Move closer to 52 degrees this afternoon in Roswell with a few showers possible. Clouds continue over Carlsbad down 285 with a 51-degree temperature and 30% chance for showers. A 20% chance for showers in Hobbs and Lovington. Temperatures in the upper 40s. Now the rain chances will decrease 55 degrees in Hobbs and Lovington by Wednesday. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet. Online at carlsbadchevrolet.com. Text line at 877-396-W105. Brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
I need your help. I think I'm losing it here, man.
Is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's Tuesday.
The days are starting to blur together.
So, it's Tuesday.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
It's Tuesday morning.
Okay, that's better.
Why are we waking up?
You got a show to do.
To entertain folks.
And also to
help people
Get through this.
Okay, if you say so.
It's showtime. Hit it.
Good morning to you. 7 minutes back after 6 o'clock. And on a day that Tom was supposed to be back at work, he called in sick.
He did.
I talked to him early this morning. He's heading to the hospital. He said he thinks he's got something. When I asked what's the symptoms, it's just he wasn't feeling good. You talked to him, Blake. What do you gather?
He said he was fine when he was at his family's house, but when he got back to New Mexico, he thinks he got the flu.
He got the flu. Maybe he contracted it there, came back, and it finally kicked in. But when I asked, are you throwing up? Are you no? Are you coughing? No. So I don't know what the flu is. So we're praying for it because he's not.
It wasn't that he flew home.
No. So maybe it's the swine flu.
That's just mean.
I don't know. But he's not feeling well, so heading to the hospital. We're praying that all is good. So if he doesn't feel good, he should go to the hospital, go to the doctor, go check it out, because he does have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high diabetes, high blood sugar, and so he should go get it checked out for sure.
Yes.
So, beginning the new year by going to the hospital. It's not a good sign, brother. Get it straight. Get to feeling better. 55-mile-an-hour speed limit day going on all day today. Happy Moo Year Day. Wait. Whatever that is.
Chocolate milk, that's what I'm going with for Moo.
Tom's not here on a National Buffet Day.
Oh.
What the hell's the matter with this picture? Cream Puff Day.
This was his day. It was made for him.
Everything. National Motivation and Inspiration Day. Personal Trainer Awareness Day. He's very aware of the personal trainer. National Run It Up the Flagpole and see if anybody salutes it day. National Science Fiction Day, Swiss Cheese Day, and that's pretty much everything going on today on the second day of course, the new year.
Yes.
I felt like I had a Tom moment yesterday. I missed the first LSU game in 25 years for me. I don't miss ball games. And I woke up this morning and I'm thinking the ball game is tonight. And I saw the score at 35, whatever. I'm like, what? And then I see Alabama's playing. And I went, damn, how the hell I screwed that up? I wasn't thinking.
Right.
I wasn't thinking. So I went to the gym, watched the Alabama game at the gym, and made my way back and watched the Texas game at home. And I'm going to be honest, I was pulling for Alabama and Texas because I wanted the rematch.
Right.
and it didn't happen. So congratulations going out to Michigan and Washington. I am pulling for Washington. I have no pony in the race, so it makes me no difference one way or another.
Well, District Judge Finger went to Michigan, so obviously he's pulling for Michigan.
Yeah, and so I'm really pulling for Washington. I'm pulling for Penix. That guy, that quarterback is, man, he's good, very, very good. Florida State, oh my God. And we can always say, well, look, a lot of their players opted out.
Yeah, it was their fourth string.
And I don't know about their fourth string.
A red-shirted freshman, the whole thing.
I think the rule needs to change. Number one, I don't think there should be any opting out. And if you opt out, you should have to pay money back.
Right.
LSU had a player that opted out in the fifth game of the season. He's now on the way to Colorado. That'll be his third college in 3 years.
Wow.
So he went to Texas A&M, got kicked off the team, went to LSU, got in trouble, and opted out in the fifth game of the season. And now is heading to, you're going to Coach Dion.
Sounds like it'll be a good fit.
Straight.
Sounds like a good fit.
Yeah, I think because he's much but drama. And so I think that needs to change. If not, it kills bowl games.
Yes, it does.
It is killing football and what we all love this time of the year. And they need to fix that.
Well, and who's probably he's a senior this year, so I'm sure he improved his draft position. Corey Schrader from Mizzou.
Oh yeah.
He was the one that really got it rolling. Their defense held them all game.
And when you see Missouri beating Ohio State, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
So kudos going out to that program. So we got, what is it, a week from now? We got
the champion.
Missouri and Washington.
Should be Michigan and Washington.
I mean Michigan. Michigan and Washington. Yeah. That should be a good game. But for everybody that yelled that Florida State should have got in, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, Georgia.
And by the way, that program, Florida State, has been decimated. Kids that left, kids that opted out, kids that decided they weren't coming back, whatever it is, they have decimated that school.
Right.
All with that decision not to include them. That's not the same team that played LSU in week one.
No.
It's just not. President Biden revealed his New Year's resolution 2024, and he said to come back next year. I got it on tape. I will play it coming up in a second as he gears up for a competitive election year. Like most Americans, though, we're very lucky because most people do not stick to their New Year's resolutions. President made the comment while vacationing with his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands. Not to be outdone, but everybody that donated to Joe's campaign were nearby at Epstein Island. Yeah. By the way, new information coming out about Epstein Island today. And could it be that Bill Clinton, 27 trips to Epstein Island?
That should surprise no one.
No, it should not surprise anyone that he is a pervert predator.
And that goes way, way, way back.
Way back. Way, way, way back. Did they kill him? Did the Clintons have him killed?
No.
You don't think so?
Well, Bill's still around.
No. Did they have Epstein killed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was definitely Hillary.
I thought I was the only one out there on the edge, but thank you. Sam Brinton, the embattled former Biden administration officials, ended his 2023 free despite facing multiple charges. You know who that guy is, the guy that stole the luggage bags.
Right.
So investigation, it's taken a while. There's a lot to unpack. A lot to unpack.
Oh,
multiple states, stealing luggage. And how do you, if you're stealing a luggage bag, how do you know you're getting the right bag? Because he was actually into dressing up like a woman.
Well, then,
how do you know you're getting the right bag?
But then does it matter if you got the right bag? I mean, you just go to the next one, right?
Oh, okay, I got you.
I guess you got to watch. You got to look at the tags and guess what's in it.
Yeah, I guess so. If it's got a pink bow, you're heading in the right direction.
Right.
At least 5 people dead, 10 injured in New York crashes. Authorities in New York said yesterday that the 3 police officers and at least 7 other people were injured when a driver trying to elude police crashed into the sidewalk early yesterday. And the driver, a 44-year-old man, was taken into custody, blocks down after the crash in Manhattan. None of those injured have life-threatening conditions, but they were multiple people that died at the scene. 5 died at the scene. I got another story. I got to find that story because supposedly they're now ruling this as terrorism with a car crash, and when they went to the scene, the car had gas canisters. I'll get to that coming up in a second.
Wow.
Tweet of the day, still to come. Nirvana Coffee Company in Washington State is going to be featuring coffee with pictures of the band and all kind of stuff. That just means that the family members are they need a lot of money. And colon cancer is on the rise for young Americans. Anybody know why? They don't know why colon cancer would be on the rise for young Americans.
Well, it's got to be something to do with something they're putting into their body.
Or something they're not putting into their bodies, like fiber.
Well, I mean, that could be. I wouldn't think that a really low amount of fiber would cause cancer, but I guess it could.
I don't know. They might be full of it. It looks like Powerball numbers. First drawing for the Powerball, top 842 million. And those numbers were drawn on Monday, and did one lucky winner from Michigan.
Must be playing football.
That happened yesterday. First day of the year, and someone scores $842 million, and your team wins, and you win the Powerball?
That's got to be a time traveler fixing it. Right?
Yeah. Now, if my team would have won and I won all that money, I'm going to the game. That's where I'm going, for sure. Text line open, 877-396-W105. We'll check the weather coming up next.
So right now we got prayers for you, Tom, and then how is Will this morning?
Will is, I spoke to Will over the weekend, and Will is in good spirits, and I don't want to say what's going on because I don't want to jinx it, number one, and right. I wasn't given permission, but there could be some good news coming on the Will front.
Good news is always welcome.
So there could be some good news, but I don't want to jinx it, and so I wasn't given. Yeah, so prayers are still needed. I got down on my knees on New Year's Day, and my wife said, "Man, you were praying very, very hard. And what's on your mind?" And I said, "I'm praying for Will. I'm praying that the good news comes back and follows him back to New Mexico."
Absolutely.
So hopefully he'll be on with us soon.
Yes.
And he can tell us all about it. All right, 619. What else?
One more. Good morning, guys. I'm like Sammy Hagar, and I can't drive 55, says Smokey. So
I have a very hard time driving 55.
I can do 55 and a 45 or 35.
Yeah, I'm just it's tough. It's tough.
Sometimes,
and I'm a speeder from way back when, and usually I'll get one ticket a year.
Yeah.
And even when I come back to the States for 3 months, I still get one ticket a year. I pay the ticket, put it on deferment, and look like I just write it off as I'm investing in the county.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, 6:20. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, scenic Mayhill, New Mexico. Go check them out on the Facebook page. And I think the camera is up there. You can check what the weather is. But nice, cool, and crisp, and no snow.
Light snow.
Yep. Light snow. So you want to get away. You want to start off the year. Maybe your New Year's resolution was you and the wife or you and the hubby to get away. Spend you time that it's for you guys. Camp of the Tall Pines is a great place to go and find that you time. No matter if it's in the cozy cabin or the raised platform campsite or the RV hookup, they can accommodate all of that. And, one thing as a couple, we all need that us time, that time where it's not the rest of the family, it's us. And so that's a perfect place to go. Find them online at camptallpines.com or 575-687-4101. Check them out today. 49 for the high today. Scattered showers this morning. 30% chance of rain. 29 tonight and clear. And then tomorrow, sunny and 56. Now, they are saying maybe some rain in the forecast Thursday and the Thursday night. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you every project begins with a solid foundation. ChanceMaterials.com, 575-363-3240. Hit them up today. They serve all of Southeast New Mexico. So they've got plants in Carlsbad and Roswell. And if you're anywhere that you're in the listening area, they will serve you. So get in touch with them today. ChanceMaterials.com, 575-363-3240. A couple things that you can rest assured. Number one, great product with Ready Mix Concrete and awesome customer service. Online at ChanceMaterials.com. All right, I'm going to get to the tweet of the day coming up next. Before I get to that, man charged with allegedly shoplifting a generator from a store in Roswell. Roswell man arrested last week, reportedly taking an electric generator and a dolly out of the back door of a store without paying for them. Joseph Gonzalez, 35 years old, arrested on Main Street, charged with shoplifting, according to the criminal complaint. Gonzalez reportedly caught after the back door alarm went off and the security cameras were armed. The generator, it's a $480 generator. And the dolly is $68.
Still.
And it's the day after Christmas. Look, I know you probably didn't get anything for Christmas. I know what you wanted to reward yourself. But come on.
Right.
By the way, Gonzalez and the woman who owned the vehicle were found behind the store. According to the complaint, when police found Gonzalez, he had both hands together in a handcuffed position. He knew they were coming for him.
Oh, Lord.
He could be the boob of the day, but he is not. No. And a officer with the Albuquerque Police Department was taken to the hospital at the shooting Saturday night in Northeast Albuquerque. Department shared the video on social media. And according to the Albuquerque police, officers responded to a license plate reader hit on a stolen vehicle. Officers transported to UNM, gunshot wounds, and he was wounded to both hands. Suspect also shot and taken to the hospital.
Wow.
Both wounds to both hands?
If you, hold him in a line, I guess, maybe.
I would think, though, he's holding more information on that story if anybody knows it. All right, text line is open. We'll talk about what happened in Japan. Tweet of the day coming up next.
Hey, B, before you do that tweet real quick, can we go ahead and do the question of the day, too? Because I think we'll get some text responses from that.
Oh, hey, did I forget the question of the day?
Yes,
Hold
sir.
up a second.
We were talking about football.
I did the question of the day so much earlier this morning.
Right.
Hold up a second. My old mind. Okay, I do remember.
I figure we'll get some responses on this one.
Oh, okay. If you had to move in with one members of the morning show for a week, who would it be and why?
That's not saying we'll let you.
Move in with Tom, he's just not feeling it this morning.
It's not
So
saying.
if you had to move in with one of us, we'll include Will Rooney
Yes.
and Tom, even though they're not here, or Russ. We'll include Russ too. So if you could live with any of us, who would it be and why?
And by the way, we'll all make you pay the bills.
Yeah. 877-396-W105. We are B and the Breakfast Club. All right, let's get to the tweet of the day this morning, being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. They can take care of all your laundry. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, press your clothes, dry clean your clothes, starch them up, keep you looking good. And if you don't want them to take care of your clothes, look, they offer coin-operated machines, and they're open 7 days a week at all three of their locations. Find them in Carlsbad, 609 West Lee Street, 604 West Church Street in Carlsbad, and in Loving at 406 West Cedar. North Star Laundry, check them out today and let them do all your laundry. Tweet of the day this morning. You matter. It matters. Yep, tweet of the day. Listen up.
The biggest problem we have right now with all of it going on in the world is that we have millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people that believe that their little bitty life and their little bitty voice doesn't matter. And it does. It's all that matters.
This is what I preach every single day. We all matter. We all need to scream. We all need to post stuff up on Facebook. We all need to get in touch with our Congress members. We all need to yell at the governor. Little bitty me and my brother, my band of idiots, all of a sudden the voice gets louder and louder and louder. We all matter. We all need to speak up. Not just the chosen few. We all need to speak up. Japan rocked with a 7.6 magnitude earthquake. Multiple people are dead, and that happened. And so they're trying to dig out of all of this. And, of course, the United States, we are sending aid and trying to assist with Japan. And with that, it wasn't that long ago that Japan decided to abandon the United States and start trading with Brexit, didn't they?
I don't know that they abandoned us, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and I'm not saying we shouldn't help Japan. They are our ally. But it's times like this that we all should remember that we give, and sometimes are we getting back? And maybe now's not the time to say that, but it kind of hits home because all I see is us giving.
Well,
thoughts and prayers to all the folks in Japan, though.
Yeah, and they've had multiple tsunami warnings because of that. But then they had that airliner that hit one of their Coast Guard planes,
right?
On the runway. And
so they've had some bad stuff. And South Korea, I'm going to play that coming up in a second. What happened in South Korea is crazy. Governor Henn said her agenda in New Mexico, she intends to add 2024 session. So New Mexico's legislative session running January 16th through February 15th is poised to address critical issues, according to the governor, particularly gun violence, of course. In a recent update on the public health order, the governor of New Mexico acknowledged that there is an urgency in tackling the escalating problem of gun violence. It's not the criminals that are running the asylum No. It's gun violence. She emphasized that gun violence is out of control. Public safety and crime are out of control. And we are going to address that in the 30-day session.
Right, which is supposed to be a budget session.
Yes. So we're not going to look at the budget. We're going to look at attacking the assault weapons. That's what she recently said at a press conference. We are going to attack the assault weapons. How many recent murders in Albuquerque were perpetrated by assault weapons?
Very few.
Very, very, very few. I would venture to guess that handguns are the culprits. Well, no, the handguns are not the culprits.
The people wielding them.
Yeah, the criminals are the culprits. But this governor is going to take this budget session, and she is going to try to rock our world. Yeah, that's what she's doing. Economy is at risk as $117 billion in mortgages come due. U.S. economy could be at risk this year as about $117 billion in loans for office buildings across the country are coming due and must be repaid or financed. Large portion of those at risk are currently in default. This according to Mortgage Bankers Association of America. So if a great majority of those buildings are defaulted on, man, they said it could be really, really bad for our economy.
Well, anytime you have something major like that happen, it's bad for the economy.
Yeah. Of course, the Fed raised the interest rate to stem inflation. So is now the time to remortgage? No. So leading to speculation that they could just default on the loans. We'll see how that turns out. All right, tweet of the day. We did that. South Korea. Did you see what happened in South Korea, Blake?
I did not, actually.
So the opposition leader was he was giving an interview while walking. You know how you do these press conferences and you're walking and talking, and well, Joe Biden can't do that, but I mean that's what he was doing.
What other leaders?
And he was stabbed in the neck. Stabbed in the here's the audio from this as he is talking, everything is good, and then he's stabbed in the neck. So they this guy looked like a reporter and just jumped out and stabbed him in the neck. The Democratic Party, the main opposition Democratic Party leader, stabbed in the neck. Was airlifted to the hospital, and the attack, the unidentified man was posing at the airport and stabbed him with a 1 centimeter long knife, put a gash in his neck. The man in the 50s or 60 years of age stabbed him in the neck, and the assailant refused to answer any questions by the police about his motives for stabbing this guy.
Right.
So dozens of police officers at the scene arrested him. And I guess the guy they stabbed in the neck is going to make it, but he is in critical condition.
And you said a 1 centimeter blade?
1 centimeter blade.
That's a small blade.
So
like a little bitty pocket knife.
And if you go back and watch that, it was I mean, it happened so quick. So the reporters are just walking, and all of a sudden this guy goes and stabs him in the neck.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. Craziness. How much time has Joe Biden spent away in 2023? I'm talking about vacation time. Now, this does not include when he goes away back to Delaware, and so he just got back What, is he back? No, he's still in St. Croix. And 37% of time he's on vacation. Well, I mean, if you really look at his cognitive ability, he's been on vacation for a long time. Sad, and it hurts me to say that. Because anybody that suffers from what he's going through, it's not good. It's not good. It's elderly abuse.
Yeah, it is.
But 37% of his time has been on vacation. And, you know, if we get stuff done, it'd be okay. I'd be all right.
Sure.
All right, Trump was right about Epstein. Trump was right about Bill Clinton. By the way, this was in 2018. Here's what Donald Trump said about Epstein Island and the Clintons.
Do you really think the Clintons are involved in Jeffrey Epstein's death? I have no idea. I know he was on his plane 27 times, and he said he was on the plane 4 times. But when they checked the plane log, Bill Clinton, who was a very good friend of Epstein, he was on the plane about 27 or 28 times. So why did he say 4 times? And then the question you have to ask is, did Bill Clinton go to the island? Because Epstein had an island that was not a good place, as I understand it, and I was never there. So you have to ask, did Bill Clinton go to the island? That's the question. If you find that out, you're going to know a lot. Thank you very much.
So supposedly this week there is going to be a dump that will find out more information about a data dump that will find out more information about Clinton. And I would not be surprised if former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson's name is not on that flight log also.
I'm going to believe that the dump happens when the dump happens.
Yeah. And here's the crazy thing. Why wouldn't we know already? I mean, if it was me or you.
Oh, it'd be out there.
That was going to an island and having sex with underage kids, that would be out quick. And you would think that we want everybody to know, hey, these guys are predators. We don't keep them away from your kids.
Right.
But for whatever reason, no.
Well, and you know that there's probably video out there to blackmail them later and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah,
no doubt. I mean, it's the rich and powerful protecting the rich and powerful.
Oh, like Hunter Biden. Oh, yeah, okay, I got you.
Exactly like that.
All right, 638 price oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Get in touch with them today. They're currently not hiring, but coming up, be listening. When they start hiring, I will let you know. They are not hiring in Texas, Oklahoma, or New Mexico. They have filled all their positions. Part of the reason they've been able to fill all the positions, great company to work for, awesome benefits, one of the best benefit packages in the industry, and great rate of pay. And they're like I said, they are a great company to work for. Go check them out, greatoilfieldjobs.com. Not hiring right now. We'll let you know when that happens. But they're equal opportunity, drug-free employer. 639 price of oil being brought to you by Spinnaker.
West Texas Intermediate checking in right now at $73.26. That's up $1.61. At Brent crude, $78.57, and natural gas, $2.62.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction. Check them out today on the website, SeminoleSidingAndConstruction.com. If you don't do websites, that's fine. Give them a call, 575-391-1430. Maybe you got an insurance claim that nobody's come out and done the work. Maybe you got some siding issues, or maybe you got a metal building that's got some damage, or maybe it's the roof. They can accommodate all of that. They work with the insurance companies to make sure that the job is completed. And if it's not an insurance company issue, that's not a problem for them. These guys, they offer a great, great service. Number one, they show up. They get the job done, and then they come back and inspect the job to make sure it's up to your specifications, and not only that, up to their specifications. They can take care of all your windows, sidings, seamless gutters, metal buildings, roofs, and more. Their number is 575-391-1430. Give them a call today. State police officer charged with household battery. So an officer with the New Mexico State Police charged with battery after alleged physical altercation at his home. Court documents say that Luis Mendez, 35 years old, of Albuquerque, left his apartment after an incident happened Monday evening. Albuquerque police responded, Albuquerque Police Department responded they could not find him at the apartment complex. A female household member called the police to let them know that he hit her in the face. There was a verbal confrontation. And, of course, he has been put on leave at this point in time. And blacks, Hispanics, and young voters are abandoning Biden at a very quick pace as the election year begins. And supposedly 1 in 5 black voters now saying that they are going to vote for Biden. 1 in 5 black voters?
Well, that means 4 out of 5 aren't.
Wow. Hispanics also walking away from, I had this conversation. I love going on the internet and having conversations with people, and then they want me to back up the numbers. One, how many people have come into the country illegally. So I will go to the government website and pull up the numbers and post the numbers up, and they still don't believe me.
Isn't the number for December like 300,000?
Oh, it's 331,000 for December.
Wow.
It is the highest numbers that we've ever seen. And these people still don't believe you when you tell them that.
And that can't be anything short of an invasion.
No, that's exactly what it is. And I'm not saying everybody that crossed the border wants to do us harm.
No.
But what if 10% want to do us harm? And quite frankly, I think the number is higher than that.
Well, 10% would still be 33,000 people who
there
want to do
go.
us harm came across the border in December alone.
Well, I mean, think about this. What's the size of Lubbock?
130 or 40,000, I think.
So 3 times the size of Lubbock came across the southern border in 1 month. If you were going to put all those people in Lubbock, they would spill over.
Wow.
And so if you think about numbers like that, you just go, oh, wow.
Well, I think it might be Lubbock might be bigger than that, but Midland, Odessa, I think each have right around 100. So you'd still have more than both of those cities together.
There you go. That's 2 fairly large towns. Crazy. Kim Jong-un telling military leaders to mobilize, saying that he wants to destroy enemies, including the U.S. Kim Jong-un told military leaders during a meeting on Sunday to mobilize the most powerful means to destroy South Korea and the United States if either country chooses to go to war, according to the state military. Yeah, maybe Biden needs to send Trump in.
Wow.
He's telling his folks that they need to sharpen their sword. What does that mean, sharpen your sword?
Get ready to fight.
Get ready to fight.
And I did have a texter tell us that population Lubbock is now 258,000. So that's bigger than I thought.
Still, the city of Lubbock, it would spill over to the counties.
Yes.
That's still crazy numbers.
Yes.
Really is. All right, on the way, we're talking about a Roswell caregiver charged with credit card fraud, and a German cardinal speaks out about the Pope. We'll get to those stories and more coming up in just a second. Also, thought for the day on the way. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror. AtlasMakeupMirror.com for more information. If you go to the website, you can find out all the information about the Atlas Makeup Mirror. And let me just say this much. If you didn't get one for Christmas, now's your opportunity. Just go get one for yourself. If you're at Albertsons and Carlsbad or in Hobbs, they have them there. They also have them in Midland, Odessa at the Market Street. So if you didn't get one, you wanted it, go get it for yourself. Go check it out. You know, it's been 2023 was a awesome year for the Atlas Makeup Mirror.
It was.
And Rebecca has met up with Kevin Harrington from Shark. He was the shark from Shark Tank. He loved the Atlas Makeup Mirror. Together, they have put together a commercial. It's running in Texas. And the goal is to take this thing nationwide. Ad in Vogue magazine was awesome for them. And they have advertising running across the state of Texas now. So check them out, atlasmakeupmirror.com, or call Rebecca Long, the local inventor, 575-631-3189. Thought for the day coming up next, Blake.
So this texture, and let me go back a little bit. Russ is winning the category for who people want to live with. One said porno Russ, birds of a feather. One said Russ because he has cowboys in him. B, one of them wants to live with you because of your wife's cooking and the place you live in is good for fishing. And another one wants to live with Tom because they would feel so smart if they did that.
Man, I don't know what I'm doing, but I went to the gym today. I ate, I drank, and I lost weight. I don't know what's going on with me. I need to go get my blood checked. See, that's the first thing I said. Man, something going on with me because I can't seem to gain weight.
Wow. Maybe, I don't know.
So I'm going to go get blood work done maybe next week.
Right.
All right, 647, we are on the Breakfast Club. Biden wished us a happy new year. We'll get to that next. Blake, anything else on the text?
Yeah, we got one that says, it doesn't matter what argument we have. Liberal Democrats fear armed citizens. As long as we are armed, politicians fear us. So the plan is to slowly strip away the Second Amendment, and facts don't matter.
I actually posted that, and you can go get it off of Be on the Breakfast Club. I posted a meme, and the meme is a picture of George Washington, but he's in camo gear and, AR, the works, and it says, study shows 100% of corrupt politicians are afraid of armed citizens.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it right there.
Yeah.
Corrupt politicians are afraid of armed citizens. They're so afraid that one day we're finally going to say enough's enough.
One day, maybe. But
I don't think it's today, but I could be wrong.
I don't know that enough people have the gumption to stand up anymore. I really don't. I mean, if you didn't, during COVID lockdowns, nobody really stood up. I kept watching and waiting for someone in some kind of leadership capacity to actually stand up and say enough is enough. And no one did.
Yeah, I agree. And then, I got thrown out of multiple stores.
Yeah.
But
a single person doing one thing at one store does nothing.
Well, and I was called the a-hole for doing it.
Sure.
You don't care about people. You don't care about people.
Well,
you're spreading this infection.
Well, and that was the lie they tried to spread too, was that, you don't care about people. Well, excuse me, my health I care about first and foremost, and I care about my family. Everything else is secondary after that. And that's the way it works.
So silly. My last month in Ruidoso, that at the supermarket up there, they had directions on what way to go down the aisle.
Yeah, they had little arrows. I remember that.
Yeah. And I just thought, man, this is the stupidest crap that I have ever seen.
I had fun going the wrong way.
One Karen had to tell me I was going down the wrong way.
Well, and all it did was empower those type of people to feel like they could judge your life.
So I just kind of went, oh, really? All right. Well, I'm just going to get when I'm going. And then I still walked down the wrong way. And 10 minutes away from 7.
Oh, B. Smokey in Arizona said he would live with you because Tom is a slob. Will has too much going on, and he couldn't watch porn all the time at Russ's house.
Yeah, that might.
That's
and Smokey, there are plenty of available women here.
There you go. And then John from Eunice this morning.
Single.
Yeah, John from Eunice this morning. Good morning, guys. I don't trust the government's numbers any further than I can spit. He's talking about number of people coming across the border. Does anybody not remember COVID? We were just talking about that. And how people quit dying from natural causes and gunshots and car accidents and the flu. You know good and well the government's only trying to report acceptable numbers.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And then one last one, B. Where's Tom? Playing hooky already or at the morning buffet?
Definitely he's not feeling good. He has taken the day off and thinks he might have the flu. Hey, don't fight me. I'm just a messenger.
So, yeah.
So we'll give him crap when he gets back, but we hope that he's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the COVID thing, and I just wanted to clarify, individuals stood up, and there were a few people who stood up, but there was no organized standing up to the tyranny that was being brought down.
Yeah, I agree. They shut our schools down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever forget that.
And we did have some local leaders. I mean, the sheriff.
They shut our churches down.
Yeah.
And our churches have never recuperated from them shutting them down.
Well, and my personal opinion on that is if you were a church and you shut down because the government told you to, are you really a church?
Amen.
Or were you a church that said, okay, they said we can't have indoor services. Let's figure out a way that we can still have people at church.
There was one church in Albuquerque that fought it.
Mm-hmm.
One. And they made this they arrested him at his house.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. All right. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service. Do you know that they go off-road to deliver oil and gas products? Yeah, they go off. It really doesn't matter where you're located, on-road, off-road. They'll get the products to you. So if you need unleaded or diesel, DEF value, interstate batteries, they can deliver that out wherever you need them. So if you're on location right now and you need any of that, just go to the website, wakefieldoil.com for more information. Thought for the day: in 20 to 30 years, nursing homes and assisted living facilities are going to be playing gangster rap. Think about that. I just pulled the Joe Biden. Think about that. All right, speaking of Joe Biden, his New Year's wish. Listen to his New Year's wish. Then I'll play his New Year's resolution.
What are your hopes for the new year, for both of you?
Well, my hope is that everybody has a healthy, happy, and safe New Year. But beyond that, I hope that they understand that we're in a better position than any country in the world to lead the world. And we're coming back, and it's about time.
Dr. Biden, your hopes for America?
Well, I think it's what I would always tell my students. Be positive, be optimistic, and be kind to one another.
And when you're married to Joe Biden, you have to be all of that. That's your New Year's wish. We're in a better place now. We were in a better place before you screwed it all up.
Yeah.
That's the God's honest truth. Now the New Year's resolution. So he's walking to get in the car. Listen to what he had to say about his New Year's resolution.
What's your New Year's resolution, sir?
Next year.
Anything else?
That's the biggest one right now.
Yeah, to be back next year. That's his New Year.
I don't think he knows what a resolution is. I don't think he knows what a resolution is.
To be back.
That's a wish. That's not a resolution.
Yeah, there you go. I thought it was terrible what he did. He was at a press conference a couple days ago, and he told a story about this woman that lost 2 kids to fentanyl. He laughed.
Of course.
He laughed. Listen to what he said. It's sickening. And I don't know how you could ascertain that information. Here we go.
She was very specific recently, saying that a poor mother who lost 2 kids to fentanyl, that I killed her sons. Well, the interesting thing is that fentanyl they took came during the last administration.
That was a laugh. Came during the last administration. That's sick. And how could you ascertain that information that it came during the last administration?
Well, that would be mind reading, I guess. I mean, there's no way to know.
That would be about the only way that you could figure out that the fentanyl came over during the last administration.
And I would challenge that on a timeline. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it came in the last administration, so it's been hanging around for 3 years? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm going to be honest. Fentanyl is pretty, it's a hot commodity. I don't think it's sitting on the shelf of some drug dealer's den right now.
No.
And let's say even if it was, you laugh, you giggle, that's sick. Well, there again, I don't think he knows what he's saying.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Part of it is he's a nervous laughter anyway.
Right.
So he laughs when he gets nervous about things. And then when he thinks that he can blame somebody else, his opponent, for something, you will often hear him laugh like that. And it doesn't matter what he's talking about. He can say, haha, guess what? You're blaming the wrong guy. Haha. That's what he was thinking in his brain.
Yeah. I got one more soundbite I'll get to coming up in a second. Roswell caregiver charged with credit card fraud. Former caregiver charged with that fraud, reportedly attempting to use a patient's debit and credit cards to spend money on herself and do a money transfer. Sabrina Gonzalez, 21 years old, of Roswell, arrested Wednesday of last week on an active warrant for credit card fraud over the amount of $500. Same day, Gonzalez was charged with 1 count of shoplifting and concealing identity. Criminal complaint filed by the magistrate court in Chaves County alleges that Gonzalez was employed by the Tabosa Developmental Services and used a credit card and debit card of a 75-year-old physically and mentally disabled patient's credit card, and then tried to transfer money from those cards to her Cash App account.
That's crazy.
So she has been charged with multiple cases. Evidently, her case will be coming up later this year. And a German cardinal says that Pope Francis' same-sex blessing declaration never should have happened under the Pope. German cardinal spoke out, saying that the Catholic Church should never bless same-sex couples. Gerald Mueller, cardinal, made the comments to Reuters and said that the Pope should have never made those comments.
No.
Vatican released a new policy, of course, in mid-December, saying that transgenders could serve as godparents, and they would do a ceremony to bless same-sex couples. So this is the second cardinal that has spoken out. We'll see where that goes. All right, number 877-396-W105. One more cut. We'll take our break. KWMW Maljamar 105.1 FM. Straight up, 7 o'clock. John Kennedy, the best of Representative Kennedy. One of my favorite cuts that I always play is John Kennedy because he has a way with words.
If you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I don't know why we have to give money to countries that hate us. They should be able to hate us for free. Life is hard, but it's harder when you're stupid.
Goat's milk latte drinking, avocado toast eating.
Frankly, I can't because I can't get my head that far up my rear end. Stick it up their fact checker. They can kiss my ass. The world still astounds you each time you look at a star. I mean, you call Senator Sanders everything but an ignorant slut.
That is not true.
And the record to reflect that I did not call Senator Sanders an ignorant slut. Okay? You took President Xi Jinping and turned him upside down and shook him. My car doesn't run off fairy dust. My car doesn't run off unicorn urine.
The best of Representative Kennedy. Love that guy. He's not presidential candidate, that's for sure. Art, I don't think he could get elected, but he does bring a comical approach to everything for sure.
He does.
Yeah. All right, text line is open. Our number 877-396-W105. Be on the Breakfast Club.
You know, what I find ironic is they blame everything on the last administration every single time. Yep, they do. And Mama Bear says
300,000, over 300,000 migrant encounters in December, record-breaking month. And these people go, that's not true.
It's the last administration. We've had problems for decades.
As people are camped out along the border, and I've got it coming up. We've got migrants that are pissed that the Border Patrol is not getting to them in orderly fashion. They're pissed. Why don't we just send them a limo?
Yeah, why not? And Mama Bear says, can't stand thieves. This is really low to steal from a disabled person.
It is. That's just low.
And then one last one here before we go to break, Kevin. Kevin, do you remember the commentary by Paul Harvey, If I Was the Devil, which seems to be kind of coinciding with things?
I don't remember, but I'll go back and listen.
Yeah, it's Paul Harvey says, if I was the devil, I would do this. And he starts listing off the things that basically are going on in our country and have been for a while. And so that's the way that he would take down a country if he was the devil. That's what he's talking about. I think it's about 30. It's anyway. No, I think it's over a minute, but it's fairly lengthy. But yeah.
Maybe I'll play that tomorrow.
Okay.
But I mean, was it Friday? No, last week. Yeah, Friday. We played the best way to take down. That was Thursday of last week. Best way to take down a country.
Mm-hmm.
Divide us. Not know the difference between a man and a woman. Emasculate men.
Mm-hmm.
In the 2-unit household with a man and a woman. Indoctrinate our kids.
Right. And Paul Harvey goes into a lot of that kind of stuff in his speech. Yeah.
Crazy. All right, we got a lot of stuff to get to this morning. 7:04, we're beyond the Breakfast Club on W105. News this morning being brought to you by Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill in Lovington. If you haven't had the pleasure to get in there this morning for one of their burritos. While you're in there, they're smoking meat up. So if you're maybe going on the keto diet, trying to stick to losing some weight and getting in shape, they can accommodate that. They got smoked meat in there. Now, if you're looking for somebody that can cut a steak to your specifications, they got a full-service meat market. And their meat counter specializes in taking care of custom cuts. The whatever way you want a steak or pork chops or whatever, they can accommodate that. They also have a lot of hamburger patties that are frozen, pre-made, and ready to go, ready for the grill. So go in there and check them out. The meat market is there. They've got breakfast being served this morning. Lunchtime, they have the daily lunch special. So if you like them on Facebook, you can find out the daily lunch special and the meat market's weekly specials. 1422 South Main in Lovington, or call in advance at 575-739-7778. Check them out today. We're coming back. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Our number 877-396-W105. We're B on the Breakfast Club on W105. Let's check in with news.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. New Mexico Department of Transportation and Navajo Department of Transportation announcing millions received from the Multimodal Project Discretionary Grant. It comes from the Department of Transportation. Officials said NMDOT and the Navajo Nation receiving $59 million from the grant for US 64. It's a rural highway with the Navajo Nation. Some of the things they want to address with the funds are bridge replacements, drainage improvements, fiber optic conduit and cabling installation, replacement of corrugated metal culverts, and pavement rehabilitation. City of Carlsbad welcomed its new mayor and 2 new city councilors Thursday of last week at the Janelle Whitlock Municipal Complex. Eddy County Magistrate Judge Kelly Calicote administered the oath of office to Mayor Richard Lopez, Ward 3 City Councilor Mary Garwood, and Ward 4 City Councilor Anthony Foreman, current Ward 1 City Councilor Lisa Anaya Flores, and Ward 2 City Councilor J.G. Chavez also administered oaths by Calicote for another 4-year term. Before the swearing-in ceremony, Calicote said members of the City Council were persons with a mixture of municipal and private sector experience. Lopez and the new and returning councilors began their terms on Monday, the first day of the year. Teenage boy and a woman injured in what police called a drive-by style shooting on Christmas Eve. Investigators looking for 2 suspects. Carlsbad police called to the scene at about noon on December 24 in the 500 block of Papa Street for reports of shots fired. Police say a mid-size red SUV drove up to a house, fired multiple rounds into an occupied car. The woman and teen sustaining non-life-threatening injuries in the shooting. Police did not release the ages, names, or identifying information of the 2 people shot. This investigation continues. That's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad I want to pogo stick through a minefield? Okay, so this ain't going to be popular on account whole bunch of y'all bleeding heart, touchy-feely, kumbaya twits out there. But I am sick and tired of all you people trying to save various animals. And my old lady's got most of the address labels to prove it. Man, every dang one of these sad-sack, beaver-hugging idiot organizations got her on the list. Woman spends so much money saving so many animals, her own dang family is now endangered. Like she's trying to save the polar bear. Did you know the polar bear could become extinct on account of global warming? Well, here's my thinking on this. The polar bear ain't been seen in our neck of the woods since, I don't know, maybe 25,000 years ago during the last ice age. So in our particular neighborhood, we've lost the fight. Pearl, give it up. No, she got a tote bag. And she's saving the whales, too. Did you know some countries like Japan still hunt these gentle giants for food? Well, there are no whales out here where we live. Japan's business ain't our business. But again, my old lady took it upon herself to personally save the whales. And she got the address labels to prove it. What can I tell you? Woman's got a soft spot for animals. Well, two soft spots. One in her heart, the other one in her head. And they sent her a calendar to prove it. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate animals. Like my mama used to say, hate is too strong a word. But I do dislike most of them immensely. I like dogs and most of the animals you eat. But I tell you, if I can't eat it, hunt it, or play with it in the backyard, I sure as hell don't want to spend no money on it. Wake up, America! You know, come think of it, I don't know if my old lady loves all them animals or maybe she just loves address labels and calendars and tote bags. Pizza American Pizza.
Hello, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. With the Grand Highlander we got at Toyotathon, we've been able to do so much. 5 different ski trips, 4 family functions, 3 potlucks, 2 shopping sprees, and a really big tree.
Wow, I'm really impressed.
Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 2nd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We gotta get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
W105 is giving away another trip to Walt Disney World in Florida. It's a trip for 4 with airfare, hotel, and 3-day park passes included. Each time you hear the Disney sounder, be one of the first 10 callers, and we'll get you signed up. It's presented by SDR Enterprises and sponsored by Benny's Western Store, New Mexico Junk Masters, and Rig Outfitters and Home Store. Listen and win a Walt Disney World family vacation from your country, W105.
Beautiful day.
Be in the Breakfast Club. On air, online, on your phone. Powered by Carlsbad Chevy and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God Studio.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And good morning. It is another day in paradise, 7:13. We are beyond the Breakfast Club, according to a brand new survey. Improving physical health was named the top resolution of 2024, which translates this year to local gyms being empty after January 15th. Everybody says they're going to do it.
Isn't that like the standard thing? I mean, that would probably be the number one resolution going back for 80 years.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Everybody says they're going to do it, but after the new year, then
Now I know why Tom's not here.
Yeah, then they hit McDonald's drive-through, they now you understand why the line is longer than Hunter Biden's cocaine line.
That's kind of tough to do.
Yeah, very tough. And a survey of 2,000 American homeowners showed that 36% are unsatisfied with certain parts of their home, which is incredible. That these people that they can actually find 2,000 homeowners. People are losing their homes at a very, very high rate.
Maybe they count apartment owners in New York City.
I mean, maybe. Be glad that you got a home. Authorities in Utah report yesterday 22 people hospitalized carbon monoxide poisoning at a church, the Church of Latter-day Saints in Utah. Wow. 22 victims transported to the hospital. Looks like everybody's going to be okay. And Colorado Springs, Colorado woman suspected of killing her young children. And entering the third before fleeing to the UK, made the initial court appearance in London yesterday. 35-year-old Kimberly Singer has been given to January 29th hearing to determine whether she should be extradited to the United States. Let me just take the time to say, if you can't put up with your kids a day longer, please call somebody.
Yeah.
Call their father. Call their grandparents.
Yes.
Call a stranger. Call somebody and give those kids up.
Yes.
Those kids they didn't ask to be brought into this world.
No.
So how many people kill their kids because they want to go have a life of freedom?
Freedom is loosely defined there.
Well, it is. It definitely is. You'll never get rid of that hate full of heart, or heart full of hate.
Somebody whose brain thinks it's okay to hurt, injure, or kill anyone or anything that's innocent.
Right.
There's definite problems there.
Yeah, most definitely. A total of 673 books from classics to bestsellers have been removed from the Orange County classrooms. And Orange County, is this California?
I'm guessing. It could be New York, but probably California.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Color Purple has been removed. Paradise Lost, The Firm, East of Eden. Huh. It just says Orange County. That sounds like California to me. And here we go again. They're not banning books. They're removing books from the schools.
Right. But
I can't remember sexual content in The Firm.
Well, I don't think none of those are really about sexual content. Is that what the story says they are?
Well, it says sexual, banning them for making, for having sexual content. Color Purple.
Well, yeah, I mean, because that he raped her in that.
Yeah.
So I mean, there are things like that in some of those books, but it's like, okay, it's not like it's graphic detail.
No, it's not graphic detail. Looks like the German bank that had ties to Epstein pledges nearly $5 million to fight human trafficking in New Mexico.
Deutsche Bank?
Deutsche Bank settled a federal lawsuit involving Jeffrey Epstein. Part of the agreement was with Raul Torres that they would get $5 million to fight human trafficking in New Mexico. Now, let me get this right. People flooding across our border, is that human trafficking?
Yes. In a lot of cases, it is.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
But that's not
so
what
can
they're
we
talking
get the National Guard to the...
No.
Oh, we can't do that?
No. See, this is to fight only specific types of human trafficking.
Okay, I got you.
Plus, they don't want that list coming out.
Oh, okay.
The Epstein list.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean,
here's
maybe
more money. Don't let it come out.
Yeah, maybe. All right, 718. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Maine Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Maine Trailer Sales. Fifth wheels, travel trailers, ultralights. Maybe you're thinking about downsizing. You know, people ask me all the time, when I'm in the States, I live in our fifth wheel. People ask me all the time, don't you get tired? No. I got me a living room and I got me a bedroom and a bathroom. I don't know. I'm just kind of simple. And then I look at the money I save and it makes more sense. But if you're living in a hotel, your RV is bigger than a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Put that per diem that you're getting paid towards getting yourself a fifth wheel. MaineTrailerSalesInc.com, 70-plus years in the business. How does one company stand business so long?
By doing it right.
Yeah, giving great deals, service after the sale, And the list goes on and on. MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Take the virtual tour of every unit, new and pre-owned. And you can always call them 575-622-1751. Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. We'll talk about a Louisiana sporting goods store. They have terminated a handful of employees. You're not going to believe why they terminated them. I'll get to that coming up next. Text line. What's going on the text line this morning, Blake?
John from Eunice says, what a Tom A. hardball question for the president. Mr. President, what's your New Year's resolutions? Not why has no one called for a ceasefire in Ukraine? Not what is your administration's plan to deal with all these illegal immigrants? Nope. We get what's your New Year's resolutions.
Wait, John, you missed one. You missed one, buddy. Where are our hostages?
Yes.
Nobody ever asked that question. We still have hostages being held by Hamas today. We don't know how many. Where are our hostages? You know, if I was a hostage or one of my kids was a hostage, I would want that question asked every day.
Yep.
Where are our hostages?
Yep.
I want to know.
And then Jeffro this morning says, women like that, talking about the one who killed her children, don't know who the father is.
Yeah, well.
Well, she knows who her parents are. She could call them.
Call somebody. By God.
And then going back to the president, Jeff from the Patch this morning says, someone, and I'm going to read it like he said it because it's funny. Someone should make a soundbite of all the times Black Raggedy Ann blamed the last administration for everything that they have.
I could probably, if I have the time, I could probably do that.
And then everybody's still kind of, nobody knows which Orange County that is. One texter says it's in California. One thinks it's New York. And another one thinks it says the band was in Orange County, Florida. So we don't know. And then it's one of those. There's just too many Orange counties.
Well, and the story didn't say. It just says Orange County. When I think of Orange County, I'm thinking of California.
Well, and if you get, but like Orange County Choppers is out of New York. You know,
yeah, you're right about that.
So you have to kind of go back to the original source, I guess, to figure out where that came from. But anyway, good morning, gentlemen. Happy New Year, and let's make 2024 great. Go Trump.
That was to the point.
Yeah. I can't argue with that. And then I'm not sure who this person is, but I'm going to read the text anyway, just in case. Next to Epstein Island, Janet Osborne, the reporter who opened up Pizzagate, was found dead, suicide. Is that a coincidence? That's where we are in the text.
All right, no, it's Orange County, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, Orange County, Florida.
So Bradley from the block, you were right. It was Florida.
Orange County, Florida. All right, 877-396-W105. We are being the Breakfast Club. At some point, I'm going to talk about Tucker Carlson interviews Jeffrey Epstein's brother. Jeffrey Epstein's brother has been trying to get all kind of information. I'll dig into that story coming up in a second. Taking out trash this morning being brought to you by Trash Eaters. 575-390-4549. Get in touch with them today. Trash-eaters.com. They do residential trash pickup. And don't forget, they always remind you, please give to the Lovington Animal Shelter. They need monetary donations, and they need volunteers desperately. 575-552-3669. Give them a call today. California. Oh, California. What a messed up state you are. You are in debt. Your deficit is $38 billion. But you became the first state to offer free health insurance to all undocumented immigrants. California, welcome in the new year, became the first state for insurance, health insurance for undocumented immigrants. Starting on January 1st, it just started, all undocumented immigrants, regardless of age, will qualify for Medi-Cal.
Wow.
It's the Medicare program in California. It used to be that it was available only to California residents who are citizens, but oh no, we cannot exclude anybody based on status, how much you hate America, or anything else. We got to give health insurance to everybody. Hold up a second. Oh, that was a slam dunk.
Way to go.
I mean, it helps that it's right there. The garbage can's right there. God bless you.
So
thank you, California.
If you're in California and B, like you, are uninsured, and you go into some place, don't you say, oh, I have no papers?
Yeah, well, and that leads me to a next subject. If you don't have insurance, why would you pay? Why would you pay?
Right.
I mean, for somebody like me, why would I pay my hospital bill when we have people flooding across the border getting it free?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I'm only asking.
And how long can these hospitals go without people paying?
Well, the state of Texas had to bail out the hospital in Maverick County. That's Eagle Pass, because they were going broke. The fast road to going broke. And so why would any resident of Eagle Pass pay for their hospital bill? We got foreigners getting it for free. Doesn't seem right, does it?
Right. I mean, besides, it's the right thing to do to pay your bill.
Well, it's the right thing to do, but we're letting people that have never paid into the system, not one tax dollar, get it for free. So I'm going to be honest, I don't blame people. I just don't blame them. All right, you want to know why we're so screwed up? Here's part of the reason. I can only imagine that China and Russia are just laughing and going, oh, bring it, please, bring it. Lieutenant Colonel Fram. This dude talking about equality and inclusion in the military. Here we go.
Inclusion is a national security imperative.
By the way, I did say dude.
We fight today, and we are going to fight in the future using brain power. And if that brain, who's going to revolutionize the way we fight in space, we fight in cyber, just happens to be in a trans body, you should want them all serving alongside me. And for your organizations, it's the same way. Those perspectives that we get from a diverse set of individuals, it's been talked about on stage a lot regarding the science behind high-performing teams. We need those perspectives. But it's inclusion that actually drives that.
I can only imagine that Russia and China are just good. China is just laughing. They are just laughing at us and going, wow. Wow. And then you got Richard Levine, a white man that's talking about us getting in shape. Have you seen this guy?
He's kind of round.
Yeah, he is about 300 pounds and had a hard time describing what's a female.
Throughout my career, I have focused on the intersection between medical, mental, and behavioral health. And as your ASH, I will continue that focus and support policy initiatives to improve Americans' physical and mental well-being.
Dude, I'm not picking on you. Have you seen yourself? Physical and then mental? You can't tell me the definition of a woman?
I was going to say he's neither physical nor mentally
healthy. And don't even make me go there talking about your mental health. Which leads me to the man on the street asking the question about kids getting beta blockers. Our hormone blockers. Here we go.
Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to get a tattoo?
I'm going to say no. Probably not. No. It's probably too young to make decisions.
It's a pretty permanent decision. They can't make the decision for themselves yet. Something permanent on their body.
Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to consent to puberty blockers?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, because that's not a permanent decision.
Puberty blockers, not a permanent decision.
Oh, my gosh.
And then we wonder why this country is in the condition we're in right now.
Well,
kids get a tattoo? No. Puberty blockers? Yes, of course.
And for the longest time, when people talk about the end times and the Bible and things like that, they said, well, where is the United States in all this? We're taking ourselves out of the picture.
Yeah.
It's
crazy. All right, 3 employees at a sporting goods store in Louisiana terminated at their jobs for attempting to stop a shoplifter who allegedly stole a pistol. So Michelle Sutton, along with 2 other identified workers at Academy Sports in Metairie, Louisiana, right outside of New Orleans, said the shoplifter stole a pistol on December 16th. Sales associate and 2 others tried to stop him before he got out of the store. They have all been fired from their job.
Well,
they have been fired for trying to stop the shoplifter.
And if you've been to Academy, I mean, all those are in a case. It's usually locked. So it took him a minute to get to the pistol.
Well, what happens is they ask to see the pistol. They take the pistol out, hand it to him, and that's when he runs out of the store.
Ah, okay.
And he took off running, and they tried to stop him, and they're all fired. Academy's policy is let them take it. Early last year, Lululemon. And I don't do Lululemon. I mean, I can't even say Lululemon. But
sorry, B.
They go in there and steal thousands of dollars because you can't buy like a pair of workout gear for under $1,000 if I get it right.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And they go in there and steal all this stuff, and one person tries to stop them and demeans them, and they got fired. So, that sends a message to the workers. Don't give a crap, and just don't stop them. Don't tell them anything. Just let them take what they want.
Wow.
So, Academy, come on. Really? Sickening. That you would fire somebody for giving a damn.
Yeah.
Sad.
And I like Academy.
That's what, yeah, I do too. All right, Fox talks about immigration. We'll get to that. And Senator Murphy talking about going to a 4-day work week. I got to get to those cuts. And an Iowa teen fired for terrorism charges. We'll get to that coming up next.
And this texter says, is Tom still gone? What a blessing. Tom is out today. He is not feeling well. And then this texter says, there are more illegal immigrants in America than Americans living in Wyoming, Vermont, Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Rhode Island, Montana, Maine, New Hampshire, Hawaii, and West Virginia combined.
15 million.
Think about that.
15 million. And I catch I catch crap all the time. People saying, "Well, you're just a racist." No, I'm not just a racist.
Right.
I am a separatist.
Correct.
I mean, you want to call me a nationalist? I'm okay with being a nationalist. I was called that this weekend. You're a nationalist. Yep, sure am.
What is wrong with that? What is wrong with
America first?
Yes.
Do you think China puts their citizens first? The answer to that is yes. Do you think Mexico puts their citizens first? The answer to that is yes. I live in the Philippines. Believe me, the Philippines, well, they don't give a damn about their citizens, but I digress.
Well, I don't think the other two do either, but they still put them first.
No, they do. It's not a bad thing to put Americans first. We should be first. We're the taxpayers. We're the ones that grease the skids and make it all work. We should be first. We should come first. If we're giving out $5,000 gift card, it should be to me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Or how about this? Give us a tax break. I don't care. But the idea of giving money to foreigners is just kind of crazy. Please tell me it's not crazy. Tell me how it is not crazy.
I can't, because it is.
It's just, it's bass backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it is. And it's time for people to say, to stand up and go, this is nuts. This is crazy. Iowa fire cadet faces multiple charges, charged with terroristic threat after allegedly creating a hit list of people she wanted to commit arson against. Fremont County Sheriff's Office say 18-year-old Kaylee Searle allegedly created a hit list of students and staff members at Sydney High School, where she was a student, as well as individuals in the community that she wanted to commit acts of arson against. She looks like a cute kid. She wanted to do bodily harm to these individuals. She's in the world of hurt now. Can't wait. Can't wait to... I know there's an excuse. Can't wait for that. Right. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
Ex-CIA analyst says intel agency maybe politically active again in 2024 election.
No.
Significant problems could be on the rise.
No.
A Georgetown University professor who spent 12 years with the CIA is an analyst warning that the diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts and overall polarization of the intelligence community have become a significant problem, and he is confident that these agencies will attempt to interfere with the 2024 election. What are you talking about? They've already done it.
Mm-hmm.
They've already done it with all these trumped-up charges against Donald Trump.
And we
They're
have
already...
Yeah, we have proof of them on all these social media platforms.
Yes. And you know what? I hate to say it, but the IRS, I'll include the IRS, CIA, IRS, and the FBI. Way too much power in this country.
Yes, sir.
And dirty. Very, very dirty. Very dirty. Sunland Park couple has been charged with child abuse and abandonment. Jail records say 19-year-old Christina Marie Baker and De Jesus Hernandez, each charged with 2 counts of abandonment and 1 count of child abuse. Crazy, crazy people in this world. We'll talk about the Colorado mom arrested after killing her kids. One of them did survive. And New Mexico lawmakers began their pre-filing legislation. Some of the upcoming things that will be on the January 15th legislations, lots of gun control. That's for sure.
Yep, they're coming for you.
30-day session that begins 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And the governor is already saying that gun control needs to be AR-15.
Yep.
She didn't mention it by name because there are so many people that are dying at the hands of an AR in the state of New Mexico.
She doesn't even know what an AR-15 is.
I would love to put her at task and let them come out with a number. Crimes committed with an AR. I bet we're in the 1 percentile.
They would make up a statistic, and then when you when you put in a request of where they got that statistic, they would stall you for several months.
Wow.
Hoping you give up.
877-396-W105. Be on the Breakfast Club. What's up on the text?
Well, this texter said, I heard California's got a bunch of new gun laws as well.
Yeah, California's got a handful. I think that's in the next break.
Okay.
Some of their gun laws go into effect, went into effect January 1st.
And then Jeffro says, man, I was trying to eat. Stop playing those demons talking. It makes me sick.
So here's one for you, Jeffro. Fox Immigration Cup. We'll get to that next.
Wait. Won't be long until our military starts using magical unicorns and fairy dust to fight. Can't make that up. And there are so many illegals in New Mexico now, we need to drop the new. Oh, that's bad.
Well, and the sad part about it, I'm not going to give the bad rap to Mexicans because
it's not them.
It's not Mexicans. It's people from Central and South America and now China and every Muslim country in the world.
Right. And this country says Poland does not take any illegal immigrants whatsoever. So most of the European countries don't, even though their borders are open. If you're there and you overstay or whatever, because they keep track of everybody that comes in, they go find you and make you leave.
Yes. I spoke to somebody from Spain a couple days ago about that. They said, oh, no, open borders is one thing, but they know who you are, and if you're in the country illegally, they're deporting you. Mm-hmm. And by the way, look at France. They're already deporting all kind of people. Right. Even though those people were there legally. If they deem them that they're a threat to France, they're gone.
Right.
And that's the way it should be.
It is.
If you come to this country and commit a crime and you're a guest to the country, gone.
Yes.
That's the way it used to be. Sad that it's not anymore.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Crazy. All right, Fox News talking about immigration. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you.
We're seeing a lot of frustration from these migrants out here.
By the way, the migrants are very frustrated, okay? They're frustrated.
Frustration from these migrants out here who feel that Border Patrol has taken too long to pick them up and
you're waiting too damn long.
We'll show you a live look at the scene right here. Hundreds upon hundreds of adult men who have crossed illegally, waiting here in the Arizona sun for Border Patrol to apprehend them, and they hope be released into the United States somewhere. But a lot of men from Africa here, they're coming in from all over the world. Had a chance to talk with two guys, one from Morocco, another from Liberia. They told me they're not seeking asylum. They're here for opportunity, and one of them had this message for President Joe Biden. Take a listen.
I love you, Joe Biden. Thank you for everything, Joe Biden.
And then take a look at this remarkable video we shot right here in Lukeville yesterday afternoon. This is one of the many breaches in the border wall out here. Border Patrol and federal contractors were on scene trying to fix it when there was a huge rush of illegal immigrants pushing through that gap, trying to get into the country. Then you're going to see a human smuggler dressed in black on the other side of the wall. Once all of his clientele are through, he looks at our camera, he gives us a little shrug, and then he salutes us and walks away.
And dude's making bank, so of course he doesn't care. What I mean, what are we going to do to him?
Nothing. He's on the other side.
Two things to take away from that. Three things. Yeah, the coyote going, yeah, God bless you. Thank you for the cash.
Yep.
Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you. And the number one thing is just the amount of people that continue to cross the border, and they're frustrated that we're not getting them on the buses fast enough. It's like they're at Disney and line, and they're pissed. They wanted the fast ticket. What's that called when you cut the line?
Isn't it fast pass? Isn't that what that
fast pass, yes. They want the fast pass. Hey, go back and talk to the coyote. He should have got you the fast pass. Gives you the ability to cut the line. But to even mention that the illegals are pissed that they're having to stand in line too long.
Right.
It wasn't that long ago where they would run from the Border Patrol. Now they run to the Border Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Let that sink in.
Well, it's kind of funny because as we're talking right now, I'm watching a news conglomeration, and it's all the buses that are being sent from like Texas and stuff with migrants.
Well, and I don't know if you saw, Texas is now, and that's another thing that happened over the weekend, that they're sending buses to New Jersey. I mean, sending airplanes to New Jersey, and there were people that were ticked saying it's inhumane that we're making them take a train to New York. Yes, it's so inhumane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have become a soft country. And that's inhumane. They had to get on a train.
Right.
What the hell's the matter with
But
you
I'm watching everybody getting off these buses, and there are a few women and children, but the vast majority are
fighting
age men.
Mm-hmm. Fighting age men.
And very few of them appear to be Hispanic. Most of them are African or Middle Eastern or Asian.
The tide has turned. Chinese, 24,000 Chinese this year coming across the southern border. They couldn't be sleepers, could they?
No, that doesn't happen anymore.
No, of course it won't. All right, 877-396-W105. North Carolina pastor he was arrested, allegedly attempting to deep fry a McDonald's employee. According to the Business Insider, incident occurred Thursday at McDonald's in High Point, North Carolina. 44-year-old LaToya Gladley, a manager in training, claims her employees were disrespecting her. That's when she called her husband, Dwayne Waden. He's 56. By the way, Dwayne Waden is a pastor in North Carolina.
And not a McDonald's employee.
No. So she called him because the employees were disrespecting her. That's when he came and supposedly tried to stick one guy's hand. He grabbed him by the neck and attempted to put his head in the deep fryer.
So he attempted to kill him.
Yeah. By the way, he was only charged with a assault. He is the pastor at the Elevated Life International Ministries. Go check the Facebook page. Elevated Life International Ministries.
Man.
I do not want a McNugget face. Let me just say that. The dipping sauce does not look that great on my eyebrows, and the goatee fried is not that great either. Pastor, what were you thinking? Just trying to get the demons out of him. Congratulations. Pastor. All right, national anthem and the pledge coming up. We'll check the weather. We got a chance of scattered showers this morning. I'll get to that. 7:48. We'll check the text coming up next. Things that happened on this date in history being brought to you by WWRV3.com. 3 RV parks in Carlsbad, all coming with all your utilities included, 30 and 50 amps available, high-speed internet, wired right to your hookup. One low price for all your utilities. Not a problem. Very well lit up, and they are pet-friendly. Give them a call, 988-0392, or go to WWRV3.com. WWRV3.com for more information. Georgia became our country's fourth state in 1788. Postal Service issued their first adhesive stamp honoring Christopher Columbus in 1893. By the way, They will not post ad. They will not put out another stamp for Christopher Columbus.
Mm-mm.
No. No way. Church services broadcast on the radio for the first time in 1921. Tricky part was passing the plate. U.S. and Canada reached an agreement to preserve Niagara Falls on this date in 1929. Time magazine named Adolf Hitler Man of the Year.
Well, it's nice. Nice to see Time magazine hasn't changed their stance.
Yeah, you kind of got it wrong, buddy. 1939 was the year. Yankee Doodle Dandy with Jimmy Cagney opened up the film in 1942. New York Jets signed Alabama quarterback Joe Namath.
Broadway
1965. Well, how much money do you think he was paid?
Back then, probably about 30 or 40,000.
$400,000 contract. Doesn't say how long the contract was.
I was thinking per year. That's kind of where I was going with that.
Richard Nixon signed a bill into law that made the federal speed limit 55 miles an hour in 1974. By the way, I cannot drive 55, and I am not a crook. Dow Jones ended the day 2,800 for the first time in 1990. 1990 was so long ago. Today is National Cream Puff Day, a day that Tom could be spending National Buffet Day, Personal Trainer Awareness Day, and the list goes on and on. Kate Bosworth from Superman. She was Lois Lane, 41 years old. She's married to Justin Long, whoever the hell he is.
He is another actor.
Okay.
Was he the guy in Transformers? No, he's...
I have no idea.
I would know him if I saw him, but I can't think of any of the movies he's been in right off the top of my head.
Karina Smirnoff from Dancing with the Stars is 46.
That's her claim.
Every time I hear her name, I think of a cheap vodka, but that's just me. Dax Shepard is 49. He's married to Kristen Bell. They've been together since 2013, even though I have no idea who Dax Shepard is.
They have a couple of commercials together that they play a couple as well. One of them is for like selling your car or something like that. But he also was on the NBC show This Is Us.
Tay Diggs is 53. Cuba Gooding Jr. finally paid his taxes. He's 56. He showed him the money. I'll let that go. Jim Baker. I am sin. Tammy, I had sex with a woman with no eyebrows. 84 years old. By the way, they did split up, and name the club that they had. The Baker Club. Go ahead. Tell me about it.
No. Not.
The PTL Club.
I knew it was part of their TV thing, but I think I've blocked
Me
that
and
thing.
Tammy are here sitting around. Name the woman he had an affair with for the score.
It was his receptionist.
Jessica Hahn.
That's it. Yeah.
How do I remember all this crap? I don't know.
I think I've blocked that out, B. Honestly.
Jessica Hahn.
She was pretty good looking. She posed.
She was.
Yeah.
And Tammy Faye Baker was not.
That running mascara probably had something to do with it.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I have sin. And then about 3 years later, Jimmy Swaggart had this, I have sin. Just throwing it out there. All right, things that happened on this date in history, that's pretty much it. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. We've got National Anthem and the Pledge up next. What's going on?
Guys, did you hear that AOC wants to be a presidential candidate? She announced it on TikTok yesterday.
Please, AOC.
Right. And then J.R. DePorto this morning, MLG doesn't want to talk about the $2.8 billion generated by oil and gas. So
No, that money came from clean energy, didn't it?
Not at all. And then how does a poor migrant afford to get to the U.S. from Africa? I work full time and I can't afford that trip.
Well, and here's the deal. They saved their money, and many of them have tens of thousands of dollars. If you go back and listen to one of these migrants, they said, well, all your money wasn't stolen. No. I have it on debit cards.
Okay.
They didn't steal the debit cards? No. They will forward those to me once I get to my destination.
Yeah, right.
Look, what people don't understand is like FedEx. This is a global. I mean, I can buy something here, say gold jewelry.
Right.
I can send this necklace back to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And it arrives in the U.S. in 2 days. Now, the cost will probably be $100.
Right.
But if I need something, I'll pay the $100.
Okay.
Just saying.
Right. And then one last one be Justin Long. He was in Dodgeball. He was the young kid in Dodgeball.
Oh.
So that's who he is.
Gotcha. All right, 877-396-W105 morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, they've got them all. Tune up your old gun, trade up your old gun, trade in your old gun to get a better gun. Maybe you've been thinking about getting a brand new rig. Trade in your old setup and they will get you a new, better gun. Yep. So, and ladies, if you've been thinking about maybe getting personal protection, look, we don't know the direction that this governor is going to take in the next legislative session. It's possible in a state like New Mexico, and I don't mean to scare folks, they might come up with some crazy stuff that passes. Truth of the matter is, Republicans put up a great fight. We just don't have enough Republicans.
Right.
And so if you've been thinking about getting personal protection, I would say pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. We don't know where all this is going. There is a push on the national front and on the state front for gun control. So I always encourage people to buy ammo, buy guns, and buy often. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Check them out today. Zia Guns, closed on Saturday, always open on Sunday. Senator Murphy wants a 4-day work week. Blake, do you think we could get away with a 4-day work week?
No.
No. I've never worked 4 days in my life.
Well, this week. Let's say it that way. This week is a 4-day work week.
And the reason he wants to end five-day work weeks, some guys in the oil field, like people work 5 days a week only, is because it would eliminate loneliness.
What?
Not lonely. Yeah, it would. So here's what he said.
If you talk about loneliness, part of the policy is social media regulation, but it's also free time and leisure time, right? Giving people the space where they can go join a church or a social club. It's about connection.
But you want a 4-day work week.
I want a 4-day work week. I want more functional third places, right? I want more community pools, and I want more vibrant churches.
You know, I see mom and pop stores and restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And those people have gotten along pretty good, and they work a lot of hours.
6 or 7 days a week.
6 or 7 days a week. But you want a 4-day work week.
And did you hear him gloss over social media regulation? Right at the beginning of that?
No, I didn't catch that.
That was the very first thing he said. Social media regulation.
Oh, we can't. Social media.
That was at the very beginning of that cut.
Here we go. I'm going to play it again.
If you talk about loneliness, part of the policy is social media regulation, but it's also free time.
Social media regulations.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell's that about?
I don't know, but I have some ideas.
I have some sneaky suspicions on my own. But a 4-day work week will end loneliness.
Mm-mm.
You know what? My attitude has always been that if I'm working, I'm busy.
Right.
What's the saying? Idle minds get in trouble, right? What's that saying?
Idle hands are the devil's work.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. If you're busy, you don't have time to be lonely because you're busy. I had that talk with one of my wife's kids today. When you're working and busy, you ain't got time to make up excuses why life ain't good. You're too busy trying to make a living.
Right.
But this government has made it so easy for people to be given, that it's totally opposite. Craziness. All right, text line open. We're going to take our break, get to National Anthem and the Pledge up next.
Question, does that church have a cooking webpage? Talking about that was the pastor that wanted to deep fry a McDonald's employee.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then one last one. We'll get this. Do you think Tom is sick, or do you think he just called in so he could enjoy buffet day?
He could have. It could be. I mean, it is buffet day. You don't know. I don't know. We'll see if we can get him to call us after a while.
Yeah. Let's go. And that's where we're caught up.
All right, number 877-396-W105, KWMW, Maljamar, 105.1 FM, better known as W105. We are B on the Breakfast Club. Our national anthem and our pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long, 575-393-2661. You can find her in Hobbs, or you can just pick up the phone, give her a call, 575-393-2661. She serves all of Lee County, Chaves County, and Eddy County. She can take care of your home, auto, boats, recreational vehicles, commercial insurance, and all of your life insurance. You know, starting the new year, every once in a while, people, starting a new year, you try to get everything in order. One of those things might be you need life insurance. You need life insurance. If you've got two people both working in a home and nobody wants to talk about stuff like this because it is morbid and it just, but would you be able to make it if one of you, something terrible happened? And if the answer is no, then you really ought to talk about life insurance. Talk to Rebecca Long. And when you're young, insurance is so cheap. 575-393-2661. Call Rebecca Long today. She is, of course, your sponsor for the National Anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning. My name is Drew Mosier. Time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave.
8:05 large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From John chapter 1 this morning, he, the Word, the one we know as Jesus, was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made.
Hi, this is Felicia Bowen with Judah Oil. Please join me in our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Homegrown and proud of it. They've got all your farm and ranch supplies. Certified dealer for Purina. They have all the feed for all of your animals. Of course, Western wear and more. Find them 1105 East 2nd and Roswell online at roswelllivestock.com. If you're in Capitan, check them out at the Lincoln County Mercantile. 30% chance of scattered showers today. 49 for the high. 29 tonight and cloudy. And then sunny skies tomorrow and up to 56. More rain in the forecast Thursday into Thursday night. We're going to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on this morning. It's 8:07. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm. Luke Ragsdale, he's the guy. RagsdaleLawFirm.com, settling the big cases in the patch. Over $10 million in one case, $9 million in a medical malpractice case, settling cases, car accidents, slip and falls, any type of personal injury. Call Luke Ragsdale. And if you've gotten yourself in a criminal situation with criminal charges, Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300. Online, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. 8:08, taking a break. We're B and the Breakfast Club. We're coming right back.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A just-landed Japan Airlines jet collides with a Japanese Coast Guard plane on an airport runway in Tokyo.
All passengers and crew members from that plane got off safely. The crash then triggered an explosion on board the passenger plane and then a massive fire which engulfed the entire plane. Everybody was off that plane when the explosion and the fire happened. Not so lucky the Coast Guard plane. I believe the pilot survived, but the 5-person crew are now reported dead.
Fox's Greg Palcott. The names of more than 150 people affiliated with the late sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein could be unsealed as soon as today.
They are coming forward as part of a 2015 civil lawsuit by Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre, which was settled in 2017. A judge, though, says there's no legal reason to keep a lid on this anymore.
Fox's Peter Doocy's stocks start the day and the year lower on Wall Street. America's listening to Fox News.
You've imagined that perfect home, designed it in your mind. At Destiny Real Estate, it's dreams that we provide. We buy or sell residential ranches, lots and more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
If you're looking to rent, please join our website at www.destinyluxuryrental.com. I've got everything from a little 2-bedroom all the way up to a 10,000 square foot home with an indoor swimming pool. Again, that's destinyluxuryrental.com. And I'm needing some more homes. If you wanted to make a little extra income, just give me a call. Rhonda Burns, 575-257-3000 at Destiny Real Estate. Our business is built on dreams and imagination. Telephone 575-257-3000.
Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
SDR Enterprises of Hobbs is hiring with openings for belly dump drivers, track hoe, backhoe operators, as well as roustabout and labor hands. Come and be a part of the team. Health benefits and 401k options are available to employees, and pay will be based upon experience. You must be able to pass a pre-employment drug screening. Apply in person today at 3901 South Eunice Highway or contact them at sdrenterprisesllc.com. SDR Enterprises is an equal opportunity employer.
It's truck season at Sierra Blanca Motors in beautiful Ruidoso. Shop their lot, overflowing with Ram Tough trucks. For a limited time, Sierra Blanca Motors is offering an unprecedented 13% under MSRP on their entire inventory of new 2023 half, 3/4, and 1-ton Ram trucks in stock. Shop online at SierraBlancaMotors.com. Sierra Blanca Motors, your 4-wheel drive headquarters. No gimmicks, no markups, no addendums, ever.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We gotta get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
If you, your business, or your organization is needing a venue or facility to host a meeting, convention, party, or other special event, don't cram everyone into your tiny little office. Call the Lee County Event Center. You don't have to fill up the main floor. The Event Center has many other smaller rooms that are perfect for meetings, seminars, parties, and other special events. The Lee County Event Center, seating for 25 or 2,500, 5101 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. Call 575-391-2100 or visit LeeCountyEvents.com.
Hey everyone, this is Daniel Bellis at Carlsbad Chevrolet. I want you guys to relax a little bit. I want you to lean back and I'm going to hypnotize you. We're going to buy your vehicles at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We're going to give you top dollar at Carlsbad Chevrolet to buy your vehicles.
Now wake up and bring me your dang car. What's really going on? Bring your cars. You need to get rid of them. I need more. I'm ready to pay you top dollar like I pay the auctions. We need to supplement these new cars that are not coming, and we need them now. That's right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet. No hassles, no commissions, period.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
W105 is giving away another trip to Walt Disney World in Florida. It's a trip for 4 with airfare, hotel, and 3-day park passes included. Each time you hear the Disney sounder, be one of the first 10 callers, and we'll get you signed up. It's presented by SDR Enterprises and sponsored by Benny's Western Store, New Mexico Junk Masters, and Rig Outfitters and Home Store. Listen and win a Walt Disney World family vacation from your country, W105.
All that talk and no action.
Creeping up on you like a pair of bad underwear. Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevy and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God Studio.
And good morning to you. It's 14 minutes after the hour of 8. We are beyond the Breakfast Club. Workers working on remodeling a Atlanta movie theater found something that kind of surprised them. Yeah, it was in the wall of the theater. It was lost about 65 years ago. truly amazing because everybody in Atlanta thought, oh, well, I mean, I lost a wallet. They immediately thought it was stolen. But it contained family photos, library card, raffle ticket, and, of course, something that is worthless. The American dollar nowadays. Yeah, they did find it.
Well, that long ago, it might have been a silver certificate.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would think if it had like silver coins, that would be worth more than dollars nowadays. Man had to be restrained by passengers. They duct taped him to the seats. American airline flight flying to Miami. Spirit Airline calls it not a problem. Nothing happened on this plane. But it was on American.
Where did they get the duct tape?
Evidently, they had it on the plane because that's what they patched the wings up with.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been on a plane and looked out? No, serious.
No, I am. Yeah.
And you look out and there's duct tape on the wing or that
aluminum tape.
That aluminum tape. Yeah. And you go, what the hell is that? And I'm flying on this plane. Right. I've actually flown on international flights and went, oh, crap, we're all going to die.
I was at an air show one time and I got to go up in it was a World War I, World War II era biplane. And of course, back then, and they still continue to do this for those planes, those wings are made out of canvas.
Right.
They're just like cloth over the skeleton of the wing frame. And when you think about that, you're like, well, maybe I'm okay with that aluminum tape.
Yeah, aluminum tape seems to do the job, though. Yeah. Doesn't make me feel any better.
No.
All right, California law banning people from carrying firearms in most public places took effect yesterday in the state of California. Mm-hmm. U.S. District Judge on December 20th blocked the law from taking effect, arguing that it violates the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, deprives people of the ability to defend themselves and the ones that they love. A federal appeals court on Saturday put that temporary hold by the judge on the judge's ruling. Attorneys are scheduled to argue both of those coming up in about 2 months in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Best of luck winning in the Ninth.
Hey, they floated it here first. You know, we're the test ground for it.
Yep. Several people suffered minor injuries earlier yesterday when San Francisco Bay commuter train derailed and caught fire.
Wow.
What is that called? The Bay Area rapper BART. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Was temporarily traveling, and 2 front cars went off the track. Crews evacuated all the passengers and extinguished the flames. Wonka, #1 movie at the box office over the Christmas holidays and the New Year holidays. Aquaman, Lost Kingdom came in at #2, and Migration came in at #3.
So poor showing.
Color Purple came in at #4.
It's a remake.
How the hell are you going to remake? Okay, whatever.
So because they can't think of any new movies, so they just
keep
remaking the
Wonka is also a remake.
No, no, it's a prequel. It actually happens before Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It tells how he got the Oompa Loompas.
But my point is we have nothing original because Aquaman also made. Oh, what the hell!
And the thing, and Aquaman is doing so bad, even with Jason Momoa, because DC has said none of these movies matter. They won't have any bearing on our superhero movies going forward.
Well, and Aquaman became fat. I mean, I'm only being honest. Have you seen this dude lately?
No, I haven't.
He's packed on some poundage. And Taylor Swift's 1989 Taylor version earned 98,000 album units on the Billboard top. So it's is that the name of the album? I guess it is. Anyway,
I know that she just surpassed Elvis.
Yeah. She's She's big. And I'm never gonna poo-poo on her parade, but man, yeah. I mean, if anybody knows how to screw up a football team, it would be Taylor Swift. That's for sure. Kelly Clarkson
She'll write
says
a song about it. It'll be okay.
Yeah, says she hates watching her performance on American Idol. She says there was not enough wine in the world to make me watch those again. Thank you.
The thing
and
that
Charlie,
made her famous.
Yeah. Yeah, but she said she wasn't very good back in the day. Wild weekend for Charlie Sheen. Well, I mean, Charlie should be used to that. He opened the door, and a neighbor forced his way into his home, ripped his shirt off, and tried to choke him. After the ordeal, the woman, who has not been named, returned to her own house, where she was later arrested and booked on assault charges. Oh, Charlie, I know you did something.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a way of pissing off women.
I just want to know what the relationship is there.
Yeah, there's more to this story. Oh, yeah. And Frostproof, Florida, a woman arrested for animal cruelty and animal neglect after she had 664 birds, 142 cats, and 3 dogs seized from her property by police. Holy crapola. And a new study of coffee by the University of Oregon, or Oregon, as Tom says it, was found that adding a little water before you grind your beans can actually bring out more flavor. So think about that this morning if you're grinding your own beans.
Best way to do it.
Yeah. Deadly fiery crash that occurred outside an entertainment venue in upstate New York early New Year's Day is being investigated as a possible terrorist threat by law enforcement officials. Released this information to ABC News. 2 people killed, 5 others injured when a Ford Expedition slammed into a Mitsubishi Outlander that was exiting a parking space at the Kodak Center in Rochester. Collision occurred about 12:50 a.m. Monday near the crosswalk, and the reason they're saying it could be terrorism is that there was 7 gas canisters inside the Ford.
Right, and it blew up.
That's what caused the most of the injuries. 2 occupants and the Mitsubishi were killed, and the driver was transported to the hospital, life-threatening injuries. The chief said the driver of the Ford Expedition was hospitalized with life-threatening injuries also. So now they're trying to figure out, was it a terrorist threat, or maybe he was just driving around with five propane canisters in the back of his vehicle.
Guess
that in itself is not against the law.
No, I mean, it's possible if he just went and picked up new canisters or something.
Maybe. I've never had 5, but I get it.
Yeah.
And in New Mexico, they will not allow you to fill up 5 and put them in the vehicle. They have to be, I think it's 20 pounds.
That's one of the size. That's the most popular size that you'll see on your barbecue and stuff.
Yeah, I think you can have 40 pounds.
So 2 of them.
2 of them. Because I got a big one, a 250 canister, and they would not fill that up.
Oh, wow.
Is that right? 250? No, it had to be 100. 100, yeah. They wouldn't fill it up and put it in the back of my car. All right, 877-396-W105. Former Fox News host Tucker Carlson raised questions about the official account of the sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's death. Fox News would not run this story. Why wouldn't they run this story?
They have people involved.
Maybe Rupert Murdoch has something to do with Epstein Island. Maybe. But Tucker Carlson, who recently launched, of course, the Tucker Carlson News Network, fired by Fox, shared a video on social media revealing the struggles of Jeffrey Epstein's brother, Mark Epstein, to obtain basic documents on the incident. Jeffrey Epstein, of course, died in prison before going to court on the sex trafficking charges. Refresh my memory. The cameras were off. They had moved his cellmates out.
Correct.
Anything else that suspicious happened?
He supposedly killed himself in a way that would be very difficult to do.
Yes. So the brother tried getting information on his brother, and they will not give him that information.
Well, of course not.
And if the data breach comes out, and I did say, I'm saying if, I think it's going to be very interesting. We'll have to wait and see. New Mexico Department of Transportation is tackling rural highways. They got $59 million in the budget.
Thank you, oil and gas.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And Democrat, former New Mexico House Speaker, mocks the proposed ban on gruesome sex crimes. So having sex with a corpse is not illegal?
Necrophilia is not. We're one of only 2 states it's not illegal.
Wow.
Wonder if Brian Egoff's on the Epstein Island list.
Yeah, so Brian Egoff thought that this was something to mock.
Of course.
He mocked Stephanie Lard of Sandia Park. She's a Republican, of course. Wow. So does he believe that having sex with a corpse is okay?
That's kind of my question.
I'm wondering. So we don't even have to figure out who's these perverted weirdos because he already came out and he mocked the idea.
Yeah.
Mocked the idea that we would come up with a law that made it illegal to murder somebody and then have sex with the corpse.
Right. I like what John Block said about it.
Sickos.
Did you see what John Block said?
Yeah, well, what did he say? You bunch of...
No, he said, look, another apparent supporter of corpse rape. At least they're self-identifying these days, so we know who the sickos are.
Oh. Wow. All right, text line open, 877-396-W105. Boob of the day coming up. Also, we've got to get to the good news of the day. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the home store. Want to start your new year off? Maybe you're thinking about the big playoff game. You got Michigan and Washington. Maybe need that big TV, new recliner. They offer furniture, appliances, electronics, all with 0 down financing. And while you're there, check out the FR gear. Brand new work boots. All the gear you need to work out in the oil patch. They're right there in the Broadmoor Mall and Hobbs. Rig Outfitters in the home store. Next door is Scrub Outfitters. They're located right next to Rig Outfitters. They have the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles and the big name brands, Dickies and Healing Hands. They've got compression socks, a huge selection of compression socks. All the colors that you're looking for, designs, and of course they also have the comfy shoes. Because if you're going to be working in the medical field, you're going to be on your feet a whole bunch. Shoes are very, very important. Scrub Outfitters, Rig Outfitters, check them out in the Broadmoor Mall. Text line is open.
First, we have a call this morning, B.
Well, let's go to the call.
Good morning. You're on B in the Breakfast Club.
It's about time, B.
It's about time?
Yeah. You talk.
Well, it is a talk show.
Hey, this is your buddy, Mark from Roswell. You know who I am.
Yeah, Mark, what's going on?
Hey, Kevin. Oh, God, dude. I don't know where to begin. From your president or New Mexico CYFD. Dude,
they're all a mess.
Me and you've been friends for a long time. When you come to the house and you bought the Rottweiler from me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your boys.
All of that. Look, the president's a mess. The governor's a mess, and Child Protective Services is a total mess. What's happening in Roswell and every other office across New Mexico, where we have kids living in the offices.
Brother, I'm just telling you, there's more to this, and you reach out to the people, and what y'all guys are doing a fantastic job. There's more to everything that's going on that everybody's afraid to say. You know me, Kevin.
Yeah.
You've told me things and stuff when I come to the station when y'all were here. We talk. We're good friends.
Yeah.
Me,
yeah,
you, and okay.
Yeah.
We gotta include dumbass wherever he's at.
Well, he's not feeling good today. So he's not feeling good, but hopefully he is much, much better tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mark, take it easy, buddy. I appreciate you. And by the way, let me just say this much. For people that don't know Mark, he is a good friend of mine. Had a stroke about 2 years ago, and is recovering and doing much, much better now. And thoughts and prayers always for my buddy Mark. Good people. Very good people. Florida man intentionally drives into a home of a person he wanted to talk to. The person would not come out. So Fabian Campbell, 40 years old, now facing criminal mischief charges and other charges. Used his car as a deadly missile. Launched the car inside the home. When the Florida man, I'll be out in just a little bit. Anyway, this guy was a unusual stalker. He ran his car inside the home. By the way, TV station, pictures of the car inside the home. Yeah. Right in the living room. Thank God you didn't kill somebody, you idiot.
Right.
And looks like a Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputy was arrested on DUI charges. New Mexico State Police say that Adrian Seeley was stopped at a checkpoint in Albuquerque, smelled of alcohol, and refused to make eye contact with the officer, refused to take a breathalyzer. It was later determined that just driving under the of course, while impaired. Sheriff's Department has put them on, of course, duty.
Right.
Away from his normal duty. And Bill Clinton will be unmasked in court documents linked to the pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. That's what they're saying. Will soon be named in court documents. 77-year-old Clinton is being called John Doe 36. Former president reportedly named more than 50 times as being somebody that was on Epstein Island. By the way, this story is, I found this story this morning on Breitbart. So Breitbart, go check that out. And, well, look, I'm tired of holding my breath. I mean, all this stuff dates back to 2019. It's like Biden's impeachment. I'll believe it when I see it.
Right.
It's like Hunter Biden going to jail. I'll see it one day.
Maybe.
And new laws going into effect into Texas. 30 new laws take effect. Economic, social, educational, and tax laws and all kind of other stuff. Probably the biggest law already went into effect in Texas, and that was, of course, the law that gave the ability for law enforcement to arrest illegal aliens and the courts to deport them. That was probably the biggest of all of them. And Donald Trump expands his GOP primary lead 49 points. 62% of a brand new survey, 62% Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, 13%, Ron DeSantis, 13%, Ramaswamy, 6%, and Chris Christie, 4%. Brand new polling numbers coming out saying that Donald Trump takes a huge lead.
How is Chris Christie still pulling 4%?
I don't know, and I want to know who's voting for Chris Christie. Let me just ask this question: do we have anybody in our listening audience that's voting for Chris Christie? Anybody?
That would be interesting to know.
I would love to know. Crazy. All right, let's get to the boob of the day this morning, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, medical professionals on staff. They've got the experience to get the job done when it comes to stem cell and ozone, or maybe you're just not feeling good. Maybe your hormones are out of whack. When your hormones are out of whack, number one, you're not going to feel good. That goes for men and women. A lot of people believe that, man, we don't have hormones. Of course we do. What do you think testosterone is? That's a hormone. Maybe your body is flipped and you've got a lot of estrogen for men. Not enough testosterone. I had no idea that women also need a certain amount of testosterone. Not as much as we do, but Desert Functional can take care of all of that for you. And if you're living in pain, they've got the solution also. Find them 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. You can also go online and check them out, thedesertfma.com, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
So an Alaskan bank robber who was caught immediately after his heist while counting the loot outside the targeted branch was nabbed again on Monday while he was trying to rob the same bank. Michael Nash, 49, was swiftly taken into custody for carrying out a failed scheme that closely resembled his fumble from 2018. And that botched 2018 burglary earned him a spot on at least one dumbest criminals list after he slipped the teller a demand note with his name and birth date scrawled on the back. Can't make this up. Clad in black jeans, black boots, a black Carhartt jacket, and a black hat, he allegedly sauntered up to the First National Bank in Anchorage at 9 a.m. and began violently pulling on the front doors, according to the U.S. Alaska Attorney's Office. Employees told Nash through the glass that the bank would not open for another hour, but he stood his ground and passed a note through the locked door to the bank supervisor. "This is a robbery. Put the money in a bag and I will walk out. This is a robbery. God help us all." That's what the note said, at least according to the arrest affidavit. It does not appear that Nash included his personal information on the note this time around, however. The supervisor immediately yelled for the bank door to be locked via a secondary locking mechanism and called 911. But Nash continued loitering in front of the branch. A nervous and stuttering Nash allegedly rejected the bank securities officer's pleas for the robber to leave and instead encouraged him to call the police. When they finally arrived, he peacefully submitted and was transported to the police department. While he was being put in handcuffs and while he was in the back of the patrol car, he made several excited utterances that it was not his first time robbing a bank. And for trying to do it twice, when they know who you are the boob of the day.
Boob of the Day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics. Check them out today. 8:38, text line. We're going to wrap that up. We'll take a break. We're B and the Breakfast Club.
And there are a couple of them talking about the 4-day work weeks. One of them said that would make a rise in the divorce rate. And another texter said that would give us an extra day to make babies. Then talking about
that would keep us happier.
You would think it's one way or the other, right? And then this one talking about the necrophilia says cannibalism isn't illegal either. Only the fact of killing someone is.
Wow.
And then go on.
I mean, things get really, really bad, where we got options now. Thank you for that.
We do. And this one says, maybe Tom A. called out today because he's afraid of the Epstein Island dump list.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think
there's
he
more,
has the mind of a 12-year-old. Why would he want to be with a 12-year-old?
There's more credence in the buffet day than there is in that. That's for sure. Although he did sound sick.
Hey, B, I really don't feel good today.
That's what it sounded like.
What's the matter? I don't know. I just don't feel good. What's hurting? I don't know. I just don't feel normal. Dude, you haven't been normal in 30 years. I'm just true story. I tell him, you need to try taking, when you get into the emergency room, tell him you need some triacloman.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? That's like a antibiotic or what? Yeah, triacloman. Triacloman.
Oh man, I got one final.
He still didn't get it.
I got one final one for you right now, B. I baptize you in the name of the Big Mac, the apple pie, and the holy chicken nugget.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wish I would have seen that one earlier. Talking about, of course, that's the pastor who tried to deep fry one of the McDonald's employees.
Oh yeah. That's going to be nice and crispy. Now I wonder if the guy's going to file a workers' comp claim against McDonald's after getting almost fried by the pastor. All right, some of the stuff we're going to be talking about, bullet hole. Albuquerque family starts off the new year with a bullet hole. You know, that happens more times than we can shake a stick at. We'll talk about that. Yeah. Florida woman busted for beating a man with a Christmas tree. 3 people arrested for having guns and open containers. We'll talk about that. Deceased person found inside a vehicle in Bernalillo County. I'll get you updated with that. And Russia launches a record number of drone strikes in Ukraine. And those poor, inhumane, illegal immigrants are being bused to New York Station. It's inhumane what you're doing. Yes, I agree. You're dropping them off in New Jersey. Yes, I agree. It's inhumane. 8:42. We'll talk about that story in just a second. Keep you updated with everything going on. News this morning being brought to you by State Representative, District 61, Randy Pettigrew. Get in touch with Randy today, randallpettigrew.com. Running for his 3rd term in office, he needs your help. You know, running a campaign, unfortunately, you need funding. It's very important that we keep Randy Pettigrew in office. District 61, if you're in District 61, Randy needs to continue to fight the battle. Can always count on Randy to vote the right way. And, that's why CPAC gave me an A+ rating. You know, they look at your voting record and they go, oh, yeah, this guy is super, super conservative, looking out for the things that matter in Southeast New Mexico. Second Amendment rights, protecting the unborn. Also, making sure that the Golden Goose keeps laying that big old egg, talking about oil and gas. Find out more information, randallpettigrew.com. If you can give to the campaign, randallpettigrew.com. And if you need to locate and contact Randy Pettigrew, all that information's right there, randallpettigrew.com. Taking a break, it's 8:43. We're B and the Breakfast Club on W105.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. New Mexico Department of Transportation and Navajo Department of Transportation announcing millions received from the Multimodal Project discretionary grant. It comes from the Department of Transportation. Officials said NMDOT and the Navajo Nation receiving $59 million from the grant for US 64. It's a rural highway with the Navajo Nation. Some of the things they want to address with the funds are bridge replacements, drainage improvements, fiber optic conduit and cabling installation, replacement of corrugated metal culverts, and pavement rehabilitation. City of Carlsbad welcomed its new mayor and 2 new city councilors Thursday of last week at the Janelle Whitlock Municipal Complex. Eddy County Magistrate Judge Kelly Calicote administered the oath of office to Mayor Richard Lopez, Ward 3 City Councilor Mary Garwood, and Ward 4 City Councilor Anthony Foreman, current Ward 1 City Councilor Lisa Anaya Flores, and Ward 2 City Councilor J.G. Chavez also administered oaths by Calicote for another 4-year term. Before the swearing-in ceremony, Calicote said members of the City Council were persons with a mixture of municipal and private sector experience. Lopez and the new and returning councilors began their terms on Monday, the first day of the year. Teenage boy and a woman injured in what police called a drive-by style shooting on Christmas Eve. Investigators looking for 2 suspects. Carlsbad police called to the scene at about noon on December 24 in the 500 block of Pampa Street for reports of shots fired. Police say a mid-size red SUV drove up to a house, fired multiple rounds into an occupied car. The woman and teen sustaining non-life-threatening injuries in the shooting. Police did not release the ages, names, or identifying information of the 2 people shot. This investigation continues. That's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
If you, your business, or your organization is needing a venue or facility to host a meeting, convention, party, or other special event, don't cram everyone into your tiny little office. Call the Lee County Event Center. You don't have to fill up the main floor. The Event Center has many other smaller rooms that are perfect for meetings, seminars, parties, and other special events. The Lee County Event Center, seating for 25 or 2,500, 5101 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. Call 575-391-2100 or visit LeeCountyEvents.com.
It's truck season at Sierra Blanca Motors in beautiful Ruidoso. Shop their lot, overflowing with Ram Tough trucks. For a limited time, Sierra Blanca Motors is offering an unprecedented 13% under MSRP on their entire inventory of new 2023 half, 3/4, and 1-ton Ram trucks in stock. Shop online at SierraBlancaMotors.com. Sierra Blanca Motors, your 4-wheel drive headquarters. No gimmicks, no markups, no addendums, ever.
This is Davis Smith, the Gorilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
There's been talk in the news that it's hard to get credit these days. Not here. Just like always, we're making auto loans. We offer competitive rates and quick service. We make our loan decisions locally, so you don't have to wait for out-of-town approval on your loan. Make this strong move. Get your auto loan from us. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is Davis Smith, the Gorilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
W105 is giving away another trip to Walt Disney World in Florida. It's a trip for 4 with airfare, hotel, and 3-day park passes included. Each time you hear the Disney sounder, be one of the first 10 callers, and we'll get you signed up. It's presented by SDR Enterprises and sponsored by Benny's Western Store, New Mexico Junk Masters, and Rig Outfitters and Home Store. Listen and win a Walt Disney World family vacation from your country, W105.
Hey, Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevy and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Be in the Breakfast Club. Use only as directed.
What happened last night?
And good morning to you. It is already 11 minutes away from 9 o'clock, 11 away from 9. Our number 877-396-W105. The Queen of Denmark announced that she plans to leave the throne and make way for her son, the Crown Prince Frederik. And we're all being honest. Americans really don't care about the Danish, but then, you know, who cares? 83-year-old leaving the crown because she says she's too old to serve. Only if other 83-year-olds would feel the same way.
Right?
Just saying.
You know, they always say that we should be more like the Danish.
Yeah, I mean, she says she's no spring chicken. And Joe Biden said cock-a-doodle-doo. 877-396-W105. You know what Ukraine did last year for the very first time? Any idea what Ukraine did for the very first time in the history of the country last year?
So many choices, and I'm going to say just go ahead and tell me.
They celebrated Christmas for the first time.
Really? Really?
In the history of the country.
But you mean officially for the government?
Yeah, officially for the, it says the country. They were Orthodox Russian, is that?
It's Russian Orthodox is like Greek Orthodox and stuff. It's very close to what the original Catholic Church was before it was Catholic.
Yeah, they celebrated, the Russian Orthodox Church celebrates Christmas in early January. But Zelensky signed the change in the law last July. So the first time ever last year they celebrated Christmas.
Is that because we're giving them so many gifts?
Oh, I mean, maybe they just said, you know, we're a part of America now. I mean, when they celebrate a holiday, we need to celebrate a holiday.
Fair enough.
Maybe. Kansas City Chiefs fans are looking for reasons why their team hasn't been winning, and they're getting very desperate. Some of them are blaming Taylor Swift, referring to her as Yoko Swifto. Come on, your team has not been playing good because you can't catch the damn ball. If you want to blame Kelsey for not being able to catch the ball because of Taylor Swift, that would make a little bit more sense.
Right.
The rest of the team?
Yeah. One of them can sing. I'll give her that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up in Canada, the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, announced he plans to install taxpayer-funded free tampon dispensaries in the Parliament building and the men's bathroom to make sure that trans staffers have products in the bathroom.
So for himself.
Let me get this right. Trans staffers.
So for himself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, he's just a cross-dresser. I'm sorry. And blackface.
Yeah, he definitely blackface, too. I'm still trying to figure that out. How a man needs a tampon.
A man does not.
I'm totally confused.
A man does not. Unless, Well, no. Let me take that back. If a man is in the military or has other kinds of shoes that they like to shine, they work really well for shoe polish and shining your shoes.
Okay, there you go. Looks like Albuquerque family starts the new year off with a bullet hole in the home. Stray bullet left a hole in the roof. Now, I'm just going to say, about 10 years ago, this happened and almost killed a child in Roswell. And about, 4 years ago, this happened in Hobbs.
And every year in certain parts of town, you can walk out and you may find bullets that resting on your sidewalk or.
So people are playing the game in some of these communities. Is that gunfire or fireworks? Sad but true. Sad but true.
And speaking of Hobbs, if I would have gone to a gun range, it would have been quieter than what was going on.
Really?
In Hobbs.
Here's a little tidbit of information. You shoot a gun up in the air. Do you think that bullet just disappears?
No, it won't.
Or do you think it's going to come down at a high rate of speed?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure it out. Wait. Shoot it up in the air. It disappears, doesn't it?
No.
Okay.
You are shooting a bullet into a populated area.
I mean, I'm just going to say it, and hopefully I don't offend people. And if I do, then I'll know who I'm talking to. Are you really that stupid? I really need to know, are you really that stupid that you think you're shooting a gun up in the air and the bullet disappears?
Well, I will say that those people who shoot a gun up into the air to celebrate anything like that need to adhere to the governor's order to give up your gun.
Amen. You almost killed this kid. And the one that happened about 4 years ago, didn't it land in the bed of a toddler?
Right.
You're getting closer. You're getting closer. You want to shoot a gun, please go to the shooting range.
Right, where there's all kinds of safety features to make sure that bullet doesn't go anywhere.
Shooting a gun up in the air is not the smartest thing you can do. So please be a little bit more intelligent, because I'm finding it hard to believe that there's no way you could be that stupid. I just don't believe you could be that stupid. Christmas miracle goes wrong. Police charge a 20-year-old woman repeatedly beating her boyfriend with a Christmas tree during a pre-dawn skirmish at the pair's house that they shared together in Florida. Where else? Miracle Rivera, 20 years old, and her victim, 24-year-old man, got in a verbal altercation. That's when she picked up the Christmas tree and beat the hell out of him.
That's a new Hallmark movie
she
plot.
Was charged on domestic battery and being a Grinch.
It's a new Hallmark movie plot. I tried.
I mean, look, if you would have beat him with a switch, I might have got that. But not the whole damn tree. It's a 12-foot evergreen tree.
She was trying to light him up, B.
I mean, you can't swing that thing. It's like a damn baseball bat. What's the matter with you people?
Florida.
3 people arrested. Just a word of advice. If you have a gun in an open container, you could be arrested.
Yeah.
Do those two things go hand in hand?
No.
I'm going to be honest. If somebody's playing around with a gun and drinking, I steer clear of those people. Because you never can tell what's going to happen. But these 3 people started the new year behind bars. Albuquerque police arrested a 20-year-old Michael Moore, 19-year-old Salvador Hernandez, and there was a third person. They said 3. That's only 2. Anyway, they were sitting in the car, Nathaniel Hefner. They're all arrested for drinking and have a firearm in the car. Oh, and also minor in possession. Because there was a 20-year-old arrested. Just saying. Probably not the greatest idea. Deceased person found by the Albuquerque Bernalillo Sheriff's Department yesterday. Detectives working the case said they have no idea. They believe they're treating this as the second homicide of the year. Russia launches a record number of drone strikes against Ukraine in the early hours of the new year. They wanted to make sure and bring it in with a bang.
Right.
So, record number of drone strikes brought on by Russia against Ukraine. Is it time for us to have a ceasefire? I know everybody's calling for a ceasefire on the Gaza Strip, but this war has been going on a long time.
Yeah.
Is it time for us to negotiate a ceasefire, get the two together and figure out how they can divide things up?
Yes.
I'm just wondering. I get it's pretty cool to, chant from the river to the sea or whatever the hell it was, to the mountains, to the glee. But isn't it time for us to negotiate a real ceasefire?
In Ukraine, yes.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. And buses are dropping off illegal aliens at the New Jersey train station. Of course, then they will bus them or put them on a train to New York. Some people are just very upset, saying it's inhumane. Yes, I understand. I've been to New Jersey once myself. I think it is inhumane. Straight up 9 o'clock, KWMW, Malmsbury 105.1 FM. Morning show this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners, family owned and operated, treating you like family. Wash, dry, and fold your clothes. Yes, they do that. 17 pounds, $16.99. Dry clean your clothes, starch you up. Check them out online at allamericancleaners.net. You can find them in Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, and in Hobbs. Wrap up the text. We're going to take our break.
Says, that 24 million Chinese immigrants have come to our country illegally, and the majority are connected to China's government and military. Americans, you better wake up.
I won't debate you on that.
No. And this texter says the Queen needs to talk to Joe Biden, talking about the Queen of Denmark. Needs to talk to Joe Biden about being 83 and stepping down.
I agree. God bless her.
Yeah.
At least she gets it.
And thoughts and prayers go out to Mark for suffering, I guess, from the stroke.
That's my buddy.
Yeah. And we are caught up, B.
God bless you guys. We're going to take a break, come right back. We got good news of the day on the way this morning. We'll try to keep you updated with everything going on this morning. And a lot of things. Are we going to get the Epstein data drop? I don't know.
They say we're going to, but I will believe it when I see it.
I will too. And the FBI is, we talked about that story, the gas canisters. So they're saying that could possible terrorist threat. All right, 877-396-W105 coming right back. We're B and the Breakfast Club. Quick look at news being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill and Barbecue, 811 West Main and Artesia. You're going, wait. That's a new location. Yeah, and they're starting off the new year with a bang. Awesome breakfast, awesome lunch. Oh, wait, that's the same thing they did last year and the year before. Yes. Great food, great pricing, awesome people. Call in advance. They can prepare meals for everybody on location or in the office. 575-736-2573. And if you're looking for somebody to cater your next big event, they would love to talk to you. 575-736-2573. Check them out today, Roadrunner Grill and Barbecue. Yes, they offer barbecue now. 811 West Main and Artesia. Taking a break, coming right back. We're B and the Breakfast Club on W105.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A just-landed Japan Airlines jet collides with a Japanese Coast Guard plane on an airport runway in Tokyo.
All passengers and crew members from that plane got off safely. The crash then triggered an explosion on board the passenger plane and then a massive fire, which engulfed the entire plane. Everybody was off that plane when the explosion and the fire happened. Not so lucky the Coast Guard plane. I believe the pilot survived, but the 5-person crew are now reported dead.
Fox's Greg Palcott. The names of more than 150 50 people affiliated with the late sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein could be unsealed as soon as today.
They are coming forward as part of a 2015 civil lawsuit by Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre, which was settled in 2017. A judge, though, says there's no legal reason to keep a lid on this anymore.
Fox's Peter Doocy's stocks start the day and the year lower on Wall Street. America's listening to Fox News.
Don't miss Mexican singer Luis Angel El Flaco live at Inn of the Mountain Gods on Saturday, January 27th. With one of the most distinguished voices in banda music, this is sure to be a show you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now for Luis Angel El Flaco on January 27th. For tickets, visit inofthemountaingods.com or Ticketmaster.com. Minors must be accompanied by an adult.
Let North Star Laundry be your one-stop shop for all your laundry needs. North Star now offers dry cleaning, pressing, and starching. You can walk in and use the coin laundry, available in both regular and oil field, or let them take care of the washing and folding for you. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. North Star Laundry, located in Carlsbad at 609 West Lee and at 604 West Church, and in Loving at 406 West Cedar.
When you need real licensed, bonded, and insured security, Southeast New Mexico Security Services is on the scene. Don't take your security for granted. Southeast New Mexico Security Services can protect your property, event, club, oil field location, or whatever else you need with licensed guards that will protect your assets. 20 years experience with security, licensed through the state of New Mexico, and fully insured. Give Jason or Ty a call at 575-706-8361 and stop worrying about the nonsense.
The forecast is calling for flurries of cash at Casino Apache. Join us on Tuesdays in January to win a share of $12,000 cash during the Flurries of Cash Hot Seats. Play with your Apache Spirit Club card to earn entries. We'll select 3 lucky winners at each drawing. The $12,000 Flurries of Cash Hot Seats. Tuesdays in January only at Casino Apache. Must be 21 or older. Visit CasinoApacheTravelCenter.com or see Apache Spirit Club booth for details.
When you live your life in Wrangler clothes, it's hard to imagine working a 9-to-5 without them. While protection is important, you want clothes with style and comfort. And now, thanks to Wrangler flame-resistant apparel, you can have it all. Wrangler FR is designed to protect you from burn injury on the job, while continuing to offer the comfort and durability you'd expect from Wrangler. Stop by Benny's Western Store, 205 West Main in Artesia, and 107 South Canyon in Carlsbad to try on some Wrangler FR apparel today. When it comes to work clothes, wear clothes that work for you.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We gotta get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
W105 is giving away another trip to Walt Disney World in Florida. It's a trip for 4 with airfare, hotel, and 3-day park passes included. Each time you hear the Disney sounder, be one of the first 10 callers, and we'll get you signed up. It's presented by SDR Enterprises and sponsored by Benny's Western Store, New Mexico Junk Masters, and Rig Outfitters and Home Store. Listen and win a Walt Disney World family vacation from your country, W105.
All right, it's about damn time.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevy and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Be in the Breakfast Club. Use only as directed.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Good news of the day coming up. Our number 877-396-W105. We are B and the Breakfast Club. Recent report shows that snow and 1939's Wizard of Oz was made by a toxic material. So anybody that worked on that, are going to get paid. We just figured this out.
Well, I was going to say, how many of them are still alive?
Yeah, 1939. Those poor actors and actresses. It's like living in New York City. It was terrible. Unbelievable. And while performing stand-up, Dave Chappelle stormed up the stage after a fan pulled out his cell phone. Dave Chappelle got really mad. There's a pull-out joke here, but I'm going to skip it. So Dave Chappelle, very mad. Also about right now, very mad at the Israelis. I had no idea Dave Chappelle was a Muslim. No idea.
Well, you know now.
So, yeah, he's very, very offended by some of the stuff going on. Very, very, very offended. Looks like the I talked about the Canadian Prime Minister. After years of anti-Semitic outbursts, Kanye West has apologized to the Jewish community. Thank you, Kanye. I don't know if you've ever heard day late, dollar short. Yeah, I think that fits.
Too late.
And how many police officers were killed in the line of duty?
Too many.
I mean, it is too many, but the number's actually way down. And I don't get why the number is down. So so in 2020, 451 officers killed in the line of duty.
Nationwide.
2021, 710.
Wow.
2022, 250.
Oh, wow. That's a huge
And then this year, 123. So the number is actually really down, which is great news for police officers.
Well, is it because they are responding differently to calls, or why?
I think I think with the defund the police, I think police are not responding the way they used to respond in bigger cities. So probably in, a Lee County, a Chaves County, and a Eddy County, they're still responding the way they've always.
Correct.
But I think in some of these big cities, they're just like fed up and tired.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Sad but true. So the number is down substantially, and police officers are not being killed in the line of duty like they were. I mean, look at 2021, 710 officers killed. Wow. Isn't that when the birth of defund the police started?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, no, it was 2020.
Well, it really took off in 2021.
In 21. All right. So at that point, 710. A lot of people talk a lot of crap about the Border Patrol. How many lives do they save, though? San Diego Border Patrol agent rescued an injured female and carried her up a mountainside, 1,000 feet up a mountain, on his back.
What?
To save her life. How many migrants are rescued out in the desert?
Why did he have to go up a mountain?
Because that was the only way out. She was in a ravine. Wow. You would think that they'd be able to call in helicopters, but I guess not.
God bless him.
So in the year 2024, the number's hitting an all-time high. In October, San Diego sector agents apprehended 61,000 migrants who illegally crossed into that area. By the way, that number is up 76%. over the last year. And last week I talked about the university chancellor at the University of Wisconsin. Started his OnlyFans page, him and his wife. And they fired him because there was a little bit too much information about him and his wife up on OnlyFans. And he is throwing out that they can't fire him because of freedom of speech.
Amazing.
Yeah, and the whole content was him and his wife, and it was called Sex Happy Couple. Featured links to cooking contents and OnlyFans, all on the same Twitter page.
Right.
Hey, he's got his freedom of speech, okay?
There's definitely some jokes in there somewhere.
Well, I mean, I could do the sack full of groceries, or there's lots of jokes, but I won't. All right, 877-396-W105. Good news coming up next. I'll get to the good news up next. Text line. Get me out of here.
I had a bullet go through my roof and found that bullet in the attic.
Wow.
Yeah, that's always a danger. And this is talking about California, which we talked about earlier, Mad Dog. California is giving free health care to 700,000 illegal immigrants. More to that to come in blue states like New Mexico. Yeah, I agree.
They're only here for a better life, okay?
Right.
We did the numbers last week where we talked about the percentage of illegal aliens households on government assistance, and the number is very high. Very, very high. I'm all about people getting, I just don't want anybody getting a better life on my back.
Right. And then this texter says, if she was able to swing a 12-foot Christmas tree and cause bodily damage, he shouldn't be with her.
I'm not going to debate that.
That's pretty strong.
She was swinging for the fences, okay?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
She hit that grand slam. It was pretty awesome.
She was lighting him up.
Yep. It was pretty.
Another one about bullets says, if a bullet goes up, it must come down somewhere.
Oh, really? Some people just can't figure that out.
One last one, B. She was trying to make him eat his fiber before the colon cancer set in.
Oh, yes. Yes. It was called the Michelle Obama diet that they tried to feed to kids. Christmas trees are edible, and they taste just like Christmas trees. Thank you. All right, we're going to take our break, keep you updated with everything going on. We'll check the weather in just a second. We have rain in the forecast throughout the day. News this morning being brought to you by Janko Janitorial. Find them in Artesia. They could take care of you with cleaning supplies. They can also do all the cleaning. Yeah, they do industrial, oil-field cleaning, and commercial cleaning. They specialize in stripping and waxing and office cleaning, and also they can clean your windows. Now, if you need cleaning supplies, they offer commercial-grade cleaning supplies. Their employees, if you're looking to hire them, they're certified, hazmat certified, pathogen certified, and PPE certified. Need more information? Call Amber this morning, 575-703-1869. Go to the website, jancojanitorial.com. Good news coming up next. We'll check the weather also. We're being the Breakfast Club on W105.
So a man in Arkansas visited a famous state park with his girlfriend, and we talked about a similar thing recently there for the Diamond State Park. They ended up walking out this man with a 4.87 carat diamond, and it's the largest colorless diamond ever found in the park. That's, of course, Crater Diamond State Park. You can go and you can comb through hills and ditches for diamonds, and that's exactly what he and his girlfriend did not that long ago. Within 10 minutes, he saw what he thought was a piece of glass on top of a plowed ridge. So he picked it up and put it in his pocket. And he said he thought it was a piece of glass, but didn't know, so that's why he picked it up. He later sent it to the Gemological Institute of America for identification on the hunch that it was something more than just broken glass. A few weeks later, he heard back that it was a near colorless diamond. Now, there's been over 75,000 diamonds found at Crater Diamond State Parks, and this is the largest colorless stone ever found. The largest overall since 2020 was a brown diamond, twice its size. So 125 carats worth of diamonds have been found and registered last year. So that's finding a 4.8 carat diamond is your good news of the day.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, 575-396-0513. Can take care of all your home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance, and more. Herschel Rustin Hayes, 575-396-0513. Blake, we got to take a break, or we can just roll through?
We can roll because we've only got one more break before we get to Tradio.
All right. So we're on time and ready to go. Tradio is on the way, of course. Buy, sell, trade. Maybe you're cleaning out everything, trying to clean up a little bit, and you got a bunch of stuff to sell. We'll be on Tradio coming up in just a little bit. Elon Musk poked fun at Green Day's performance, slamming the MAGA agenda. Elon Musk, of course, took to Twitter, attacking Billy Joe Armstrong for making anti-Trump remarks at Dick Clark's New Year's Eve rockin' special. Nothing says I hate Donald Trump like a foreigner that has no skin in the game.
Right. He's from South Africa.
Yes. So thank you so much, Green Day, for the performance and the hate on Donald Trump.
Stuff you just can't make up.
Yes. Of course, Donald Trump is the race baiter, right? That's what you're saying? That, of course, this said by somebody from South Africa. Like you guys don't have any race problems there.
Right. Anywhere.
No.
America is the only place in the world with race problems.
Oh, of course. Billy Joel says nobody wants to buy his $49 million New York estate. Number one, who the hell wants to move to New York?
Right.
And number two, who the hell wants to pay $49 million to move to New York?
Well, and on top of that, what are your taxes going to be on a $49 million estate?
It's 26 acres. The house, the main house, is 20,000 square foot. 5 bedrooms, 8 baths. Of course, it has a piano room.
Does not come with Christy Brinkley.
No, it does not. Yeah, she left a while back. She had pretty much enough of the piano man. Republicans have a prime opportunity to take multiple seats in the Senate majority by following a multi-tiered plan. The Republicans have a multi-tiered plan, and they could win a bunch of seats. There are 23 seats that they are going after.
Okay.
Let's see if we can win. A couple seats that are going to be very interesting. Ted Cruz is up for re-election.
Mm-hmm. Can we maybe get New Mexico?
I would hope to get New Mexico.
I mean, our senator doesn't even live in New Mexico. He lives in
No,
Maryland.
he's not even here. But we have to remember that Ted Cruz and the great state of Texas almost lost to Beto O'Rourke. It was within 1 percentage point, his win.
And that's scary.
Very narrow win.
That's scary when you can have someone as extremist as O'Rourke is that comes that close.
Yeah, very, very close. So just keep that in mind. That Ted Cruz is not a shoe-in, not a shoe-in the least bit. 877-396-W105. Text line. Then we'll talk about Clovis authorities searching for answers about a fatal hit and run that happened over the weekend. We'll get to that next.
This texter says Sasquatch is alive and well in Florida and beating people with Christmas trees.
Yes, beat the hell out of it.
It's what it is. It's a 12-foot Christmas tree. How strong does that person have to be? Wow. And then Smokey in Arizona this morning. Did y'all hear about an officer in Spalding County, Georgia, that was killed while responding to a domestic violence call?
I did see that this morning.
And so that would, and I would be willing to bet that a majority of line of duty deaths involve calls like that.
Yeah. Domestic violence is probably the worst call that police officers can go to because it's just so volatile. Things can go wrong. But I remember in 2020 and 2021, there were officers that were ambushed and killed in the line of duty. There was so much of that. Remember the two officers in Los Angeles? And I don't remember what year that was, but they're just sitting in their car.
Right. And they just walked up and shot them.
And shot him. I don't remember if that person was ever arrested.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
There's been other cases like that to where you just have like beat officers in some of the big cities like New York and Baltimore and stuff, where someone just ambushes them and shoots them. But I would imagine, and I know that our law enforcement officers could tell us, but I bet you that domestic violence calls rank very high on some of the most dangerous calls they can do.
Yeah, that's got to be most dangerous. All right, we're going to get to, we did the good news of the day. We'll check the weather, keep you updated. Clovis authorities searching for answers in a fatal hit and run. According to the Clovis police, man was found lying face down on 14th Street. Man was injured, taken to the medical center in Clovis, and died. His name is Matthew Gibbs. He was only 24 years of age. And they're trying to Curry County Crime Stoppers and the PD there and the Sheriff's Department trying to find out more information about this. And if you have information, they're saying, please get in touch with Crime Stoppers in Curry County. They need more information on this so they can catch the person that ran over this poor guy and killed him. And one person killed in Las Cruces in a crash that happened also over the weekend, happened about 6 p.m. on Friday evening. Police and fire crews called to the location in Las Cruces. Pedestrian-involved crash. Woman, 38 years old, had been hit by a vehicle. She died at the scene. Driver remained on the scene and cooperated. That's what the authorities are saying. The woman walking into traffic in a very dark situation where there was no crosswalk and she was hit. No charges pending at this time. Gold prices predicted to hit a record high
I believe
in 2024. They expect gold prices to rise to $2,300.
Wow.
Per ounce.
Wow.
Is that right? $2,300 an ounce?
That would be a record.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's a real good sign of how much confidence people have in our economy. When gold prices shoot up, that's low confidence.
And congratulations to the U.S. Boxing. U.S. Boxing made a ruling and starting yesterday, men can fight women now. So transitioning doesn't matter. Doesn't say you have a physical advantage. If you are a woman, fight boxing, men can box you now.
So,
according to this ruling,
does that mean that Mike Tyson could put on a wig and make a comeback and just like go
Mike
in
Tyson
and dominate?
Could, but Mike Tyson's too macho. Mike ain't gonna do it.
No, he's not. But I'm just saying, somebody of that caliber could easily now say, I want every one of those records too.
Well, the whole thing is crazy that we're going to allow a man to beat up on a woman. But look, they've done the same in the UFC. How many men transitioning over to women have actually beat up on women?
Well,
that just kind of sends a bad.
Couldn't that actually come back to bite him on a domestic violence charge?
Maybe. That's nuts. And San Francisco School District facing $420 million budget deficit.
Good Lord.
They took that pandemic money, and then now that they don't get the pandemic money, they don't know where the money is going or where the money is coming from.
They obviously don't know where it went either.
Yeah. $420 million budget deficit.
I think I would start by looking at all the school board and superintendents and seeing what kind of houses they have and cars they drive.
Wow. I mean, just a little. I mean, when we look at California's total budget deficit, what is it, $68 billion or whatever it is?
Yeah.
I mean, this ain't much. I mean, but California, keep it real.
Yep.
All right, we're going to check the weather, then we're out of here. Weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning between Jowl and Carlsbad, exit on Buck Jackson Road and go down 2.75 miles and fill her up. They have unleaded green diesel, red diesel, DEF value. They accept all fleet cards, credit cards, and debit cards. So if you're on 128, exit Buck Jackson Road, fill up at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Scattered showers today, 49 for the high. That's it, 49. Cloudy tonight, down to 29, and then sunny skies tomorrow, 56, and then more rain in the forecast beginning on Thursday. Quick check of what's going on with news coming up next. Then Tradio. Anything on the text line?
Nothing we want to get to.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early at 6 a.m., 6:06. Pretty close, 6:06.
Happy New Year.
And so we'll see if Tom's going to be back tomorrow, as he thinks he has the flu this morning.
He should go to Desert Functional and get one of those vitamin C bags. He'd be right back.
He should.
He'd be right
but
back.
he won't. He won't. He could bounce right back, but he won't. Believe me. We've had that discussion.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, check of news this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC or heating job. Get in touch with them. They've got the experience to repair your existing heating and air conditioning units. Find them today by calling them 575-631-1999, 631-1999. Roach Air Conditioning and Heating, a proud sponsor of A Look at News on W105. Coming right back.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees.